How we sound? Alright, well, let's take a look at a broadcast real quick to make sure.
Open the broadcast. Take a quick look.
I have my headphones.
It sounds great over there, but that's to be expected.
I got it.
Seal the doors.
Yeah.
No one in or out?
You know, until 9:15.
Oh,
That sounds good.
now I remember. Excellent.
Sounds good to me?
It does, it sounds good.
Why do you want some?
Double check.
Sounds good to me.
Title bar doing the constant bleep, 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 bleep. Local recording is freaking me out.
Now we do one.
Okay, we all ready?
Aye.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to go ahead and go live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Dice and Dudes. Coming back after a week hiatus after I was inundated with work, but we're back to it. We're going to be short one Rotmere today. He is sick. Paul, we love you. We hope you get better soon, please.
Also short our producer.
Yep, we are also short our producer, so we're having to do a little more extra work ourselves. So try to bear with us a little bit. Sorry for the late start. We're trying to get better about that. Our start time is 7 o'clock. We're going to try to start having that as a hard start time because we're losing D&D time as well when we do that.
That's why I put the tilde in front of the time. Like, about 7.
Yeah. So, we're once again brought to you this week by Military Gamer Supply. Been our partners for the entirety of since we started this stream. We love them. They help us with the setup of cameras and all that good stuff. Nick, Vince, do we have any announcements for Military Gamer Supply this week?
So we got Friday Night Magic coming up on Friday. Saturday we've got a Flames of War tournament. Late War 1850 points come out. Play with your toy soldiers. Sunday we've got
That sounds dirty.
a
Warhammer
Warhammer 40K tournament. 2,000 points ITC. Come out and play with your space soldiers.
That's also much.
I'm going to be playing both. I'm going to be running one of them, I think, unless somebody got mad at me. Anywho, it'll be fun. Open gaming, Monday through Sunday. Just show up, play with your toys, throw cards at people. Don't actually throw cards at people, don't listen to me. I think
Do I need to put a disclaimer on the video now?
They haven't filled the position,
Okay,
so...
so Military Gamer Supply does have an available position for part-time work. If you want to come in here, work for the company, get yourself in the game store, maybe learn how things are run, as long as you got some good customer service skills, and you want to learn a lot about gaming, come on down, put in your resumes. You can do that online. They do have a post on their Facebook page about it, so I'd definitely get some information there. Paul, you have an announcement to make?
Oh, yeah. I will be up in Albuquerque for an event with Ingress, which is made by the same company that makes Pokemon Go, Niantic. And Niantic has personally chosen me to be one of their embedded reporters for the weekend. So
Very nice. Congratulations.
check out my Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and you'll just see it explode over the
We'll
weekend.
be putting a lot of that on Dice and Dudes as well, so you guys can see. We do
Yeah,
all
I'll put it in
kinds
the
of
description
gaming.
of the video.
You know, yeah, we do all kinds of gaming. We do D&D, we do board gaming, we do all that good stuff. I personally have a couple of announcements. Still coming up in March, I am building a specific mini campaign of between 3 and 5 game sessions with all brand new terrain, a scenario or a adventure written by yours truly. Be between 4 and 6 players. We'll be having a good time with that. Show you guys some of my new stuff. It'll be a great time. We'll be broadcasting that live, and we'll have that up on the Dice News channel as well.
And on the David Styles and Turn.
And on David Styles and Trent. Thank you.
This is the first time I think I've seen Paul say something's going to explode from him, and I actually wanted to watch.
This Sunday,
Went from kind of dirty to Wow.
Just
Just wow.
The last couple of weeks, I have been hard at work getting the entire Kickstarter backed Rising Sun completely painted up and ready to go, ready for the table. That will be done by Saturday, and on Sunday we'll be doing a showcase of the game. 5 or 6 people. We'll get together. We'll play the full thing. We'll have everything out. We'll maybe get some cameras on it. Hopefully by Sunday. If not, probably during the following week, we'll try to get another game of it going on camera. But if you can't make it, keep watching David's Tiles and Terrain. I'll get you guys the time and location and all that good stuff. That's it from my end.
I'll talk to Jeremiah about getting on that on stream.
we will be letting you all know that in either this coming week or the week after, we will be doing and posting our character one-on-one interviews. So
yes, so that will be coming. Been thinking about that for a while, trying to work that out for a while. So hopefully we can get that going for you all. Anything else from anybody? Okay, then we're going to go ahead and get started with this week's episode of Dice and Dudes in the Mist and the Night campaign. Episode 18.
woo!
Yes, sir.
Last time, the Knights of Fate had a long-awaited meeting with King Caius I, a immortal vampire that had been running the country of Karnath for generations. Being personally aware of your quest, as well as having Lady Morwen as his right-hand woman, knew of your trials and tribulations and your plans to go back to Barovia in order to fight Strahd. In assisting you in this endeavor, he had informed you that once upon a time when he was a different man, he had hidden the third piece of the doorway that you are currently looking for, as to prevent anyone from ever entering Barovia, so that way he could keep his dominion over Karnath and not surrender it to Strahd. He has changed his mind and has discovered that it'd be better for Strahd to be either destroyed or redeemed. As what you want to do.
Yeah.
Told you that he hid that he had this piece of the door given to some of his people, and they were sent into the elemental chaos, where he knew they would be waylaid by a king, a stone giant king, that would kill them and take the piece of the doorway into one of his keeps. The keep is the... Hold it up real fast for you all. The keep on Widemouth Abyss. He knew that it would be held there, as it is not inherently magical without the doorway being assembled, but it would be protected, as only a great fool would simply walk into the keep on Widemouth Abyss and think that they could take anything from the stone giants against their will. But where you all step in, being powerful heroes in your own right, you now know exactly where you have to go. He has informed you there is a portal to the elemental chaos just outside of the Thronehold, within the lake that Thronehold sits at the center of, and that is where you all currently headed. After doing some shopping, buying some potions, and getting yourself some ammunition made, and finally getting a location to set your guild hall in a permanent location, which also at the same time confirmed that Liamin the Greater is in fact dead. But now within the city of Karlakton, you have your keep, and you have more of a home base now than you ever have before. And the last game session we ended with Flynn teleporting you all into Thronehold itself.
Into Thronehold. Is it in?
Or are we outside of it?
Into Stronghold. Into a secret chamber where a teleportation circle is kept.
Ooh.
That sounds like a
Thereby
good way to get
preserving my
shot.
good level spell.
Like, I think we just teleported into the DMZ.
Don't worry about it.
Hopefully we won't have to deal with landmines.
Yeah.
Or
Did we
machine
bring the
guns.
cow?
Nope.
We brought some cow.
Eh.
Is it cow?
Yeah.
We need to the one we need to offer to the Ghoul Guardian. Remember?
Well, you all didn't purchase a cow in KLAQ.
I thought we were going to purchase it in Thronehold.
Thronehold.
Thronehold is simply a keep.
Oh, damn it.
Thronehold is simply keep it. That's just like the Vatican City.
So I need to go find
Like,
ourselves
but
some.
without the Pope. It's like the Vatican City when the Pope's
But
not
a
there.
bit more empty.
So we need to go find a cow.
Oh, it's something that I can eat.
When you all appear, you are in a 20-foot by 20-foot dark room. No light to see by except for the quickly dimming bluish hue from the runes on the floor from the teleportation circle. In that light, you can see that there is a doorway, a single doorway leading out of this chamber.
Huh, sometimes I'd wish for Valis was around. He always threw up light.
So it's okay, I can see in the dark.
I remember.
I can too. Sometimes.
We can just activate the sword.
I don't have the sword.
Arnold's?
I can't actually do that.
Oh.
Who has the sword now?
I have it. I'm not attuned to it.
Bless you.
I'll open the door.
Walking up to the door, you go to open it. It is locked.
Of course it is.
Arnos, would you be a dear and unlock it, please? Without me having to unlock it.
Unless she
I
wanted
don't
me,
think we want to be leaving our mark on Thronehold.
unless she wanted me to.
You have replaced your thieves' tools, so you can go ahead and use your proficiency.
20.
20. 20 is exactly what you needed. After
I beat the spread.
kneeling down, inserting your tools, fiddling with for just a moment, you hear that gentle click, and the door just opens.
Makes an effective jail cell for anyone who can't teleport.
Is there light on the other side of the door?
If you look under the door, there's no light streaming from the other side.
Open the door.
You open the door, you are in a... Looks like it seems to be a natural cavern. It winds a bit, kind of meanders, looks like it was roughly hewn into a stone face. In the distance, kind of hard to tell just how far, you can see light. Though it is very dim.
I guess we're going that way.
And what's your all's march order?
I'll go ahead and move ahead and, look for guards.
Okay, so we got
Arnos.
you
This is-
and this is about a
I'm thrown
5 foot
home.
wide natural
Yes,
cavern.
please.
I mean, this is...
Arnos, myself,
Stuck into an empty White House.
Flynn, Thraka, you bring up the urn? The
Aye.
room? Yeah.
But I can't see it not damn much in this.
Do you
Fucking-
want
So,
my torch?
as you start moving forward,
I'll take the rear.
Okay.
what
I'll
immediately
just hold on
grabs
to
your
you.
attention is just how humid this thing is. This cavern, the walls are slick with moisture.
Oh, there's an island in a swamp-ish area.
Swamp-ish.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, God.
Oh, that was brilliant.
I'm
That is a 22.
Okay. It is relatively hard to sneak in here, is how slippery it is, but you can pretty easily move forward.
I'm not going.
As you move forward, are you going alone? Scouting ahead?
Yeah,
How
taking
far ahead
a
are you?
20, 30 feet.
It continues
I
beyond that.
can see him, so.
I'll keep going. These guys can be
I
slow
will
pokes. I move
attempt-
faster than them no matter what.
I'm gonna attempt to sneak.
Roll a.
Why do you think I'm
stealth
walking
check
ahead
with
of you?
disadvantage.
I'm gonna go 60 feet ahead.
Okay.
I've got to beat the
When you get
sound.
up to about 60 feet ahead, there's about 15 to 20
Pass me on the
feet
trace?
more of the cavern.
Sure.
Thank you.
More of the tunnel. That is it.
Okay, so there's no off branches.
Disadvantage.
I'm sorry?
There's no branching off. It's just
No,
more or
it's
less a straight shot.
As
Okay.
you get closer, you can see the light is dim because there appears to be quite a bit of foliage that has been propped up against it. There's just little bits of light streaming through.
Very secret room.
Plus without a trace. And it's just plus 10, not, you know.
Oh, so I still.
Oh, I mean, you still have a teleportation circle, right?
I used a scroll
Okay.
for circle.
Save the slots. Yeah. Oh,
You
my
might
goodness.
have my 7-foot.
I don't. I don't have no, I gave everybody stuff back.
That's gonna be a 14.
14? Okay.
26.
It's, you guys move through.
Clank,
It's-
clank, clank, clank,
Sorry!
clank.
The sound seems to echo in the this very tight tunnel that you all currently find yourself. You guys can make your way up to where Arnos currently stands.
I was gonna keep ahead of them. I mean, I'll go all the way to the foliage cover.
You're right up there at
Oh,
this
yeah.
point.
Take a peek.
It's a relatively gloomy day. There's just a little bit of rain that you can see.
Oh, that explains a little bit.
As you peek out, you can see, and just at your feet, there's water. As you peek out, you can see you guys are currently on the outcropping that the keep sits atop of. You are at the base of Thronehold, and where
this
you all
place
currently stand, it is direct shot from this secret passage straight into the lake itself.
I
So,
wonder why it's so moist.
yeah, time to go.
Which direction am I facing?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Wouldn't that be survival?
Yeah, sure. Go roll me a survival check.
Wouldn't that be survival? I've got survival, damn it, I'm using it! That's a 26.
Is there any wildlife around?
North is that
Ooh,
way,
yeah.
so you're currently facing east.
Cattle.
Well, we're
something.
facing kind of the right direction. We need to be facing this way.
Any wildlife around?
Large.
Roll me a perception check.
I'll take a quick look-see to the southeast.
There is no wildlife.
Wait,
there.
that's where we're going,
14.
right? We're going to the...
You can see where you can see the rain is falling, and it's impacting the lake, breaking in the tension on the surface. But you see other areas where it's larger bits of boom, boom, where you can see probably some fairly large fish that are feeding at this time.
Yeah, we
Okay.
go find it.
How much walkable land is there
Do you
directly
think-
in front of me?
Do you think I could find something that big to feed?
How much land is in front of me?
Something.
So
The
it
last
goes
time
straight
I
to the
tried to
lake.
catch
Yeah,
a
this goes straight
crocodile.
to the lake.
You
Wow.
guys got mad at me.
I guess we were worried about guards for nothing, unless they're up there. And we're going to the southeast corner, right?
I just remember him saying it was underneath it.
There was a tree on a
But
specific
we
shore.
kind of need something to feed.
Is there no like forest or anything around the lake?
Oh, you can look across the lake. There's a bit of cloud. There's a fair bit of fog that's kissing the surface of the lake, impeding your sight from too far beyond. But you can just make out far beyond, maybe a mile away from where you stand now, is the tops of trees that you can see just poking out of the fog.
Oh, that's where we need to go over there in order to find something to feed. To grace our
Maybe we can find a deer.
first with a gift.
That would work.
Yeah.
Just one, or do we need two? mean,
I can't
cows-
imagine. I can't imagine it needs more than one.
2 or 3.
You didn't really say we need to bring that much meat. Cow was an arbitrary term we came up with.
And maybe I can catch it alive and, he'd be even
And
happier.
once again, does anyone remember the specific location we were going to? We were going to a corner of the lake. I can't remember particularly.
You
which
are
one.
going to upon the eastern bank. You will find a tree that has no earthly business being there.
Okay. For some reason, I thought there was a north or a south preceding that
Are we
east.
on the
but-
eastern bank?
We're looking
No,
at
you
the
guys are
eastern
literally
bank.
in the middle of the lake.
We're looking at the eastern bank.
Above, you can look. You can't really see above you because the outcropping comes out. You guys are basically have the rocky outcropping above you. But sitting on the rocky outcropping that is this island is Thronehold itself. And there's the two bridges that come off of Thronehold that you can see extending to the north and to the south. And you have a straight shot towards the bank. Though you can't see the edge of the water, for there's a bit of fog still.
Okay, we go to the eastern bank now.
Well, we need to.
We need a boat or water walking.
I just fly.
Can you fly us all?
No.
I mean, the two of us can fly, that I'm aware.
3. Someone is wearing my boots.
Ah.
For the purposes of this, I will remind you, since we did have a week off, that he made it very clear stealth would be required, as if you all are caught or seen by the soldiers, that's on you.
So, underwater. How wide is this lake? How far is it to shore?
You can't tell right now. Like, there's too much fog before the end of the lake.
Yeah, but we have maps of the area.
Yeah, but they're not. I mean, they're not
Exactly.
topographical maps. It's just an idea. It gives. I mean, it's probably maybe a couple of miles wide at its widest.
Why is it
At
there?
its widest.
Uh-oh, it's losing power.
Already? Do you have your thing?
What thing?
That power
Oh, here.
thing you're using.
Like, already? Do you want another one?
Here, no. This one's
It
not
might be,
bad.
it's internal
I'm
battery
at
might be on the way out.
70 or 80.
Hate it when
Here.
that happens.
Yeah, you got plenty.
Where's the bug?
It's over there. Put it over there. I'm sorry.
Oops. Just a moment.
It's okay. I'm at
You're
91.
gonna make me have to
Thank
put
you.
up a technical difficulty
Here,
string now.
hand it to me. I'll put it up there with the bag.
There we go. Should hopefully charge it all the way up. Okay, sorry about that. Quick technical difficulties. We've had lots of those today.
Yeah.
You guys stand, and you guys are kind of huddled up at the edge of the water. You can see off into the surface here. The fog doesn't quite reach Thronehold itself. You all know that Thronehold has its own arcane magics protecting from illusions and obfuscation, so you don't think the fog can actually get that close to Thronehold to begin with. So you do have quite a bit of distance to travel in order to get into the fog to break line of sight. But it is pretty much a clear shot.
So we
from
might
here
as
to
well walk on the bottom of this thing and, you know.
Water breathing.
Yeah, but then how are we gonna take our catch back to them?
Well, we
We
don't have a catch, so we can worry about that when we actually have one.
There's a trees on the eastern shore. We don't have to come back here.
And who knows, maybe we'll find a big enough fish down there.
You're actually not supposed to come back here.
Ah,
This is a one-time deal.
Should we have relocked the door then?
Relock what door? Oh, that door.
Not a big deal.
Can I lock or go back and relock that door?
You can head your way back.
Click, click, click.
It's like,
Is there an actual
just
twist
in
lock
time.
on the outside? Or is it still
No,
a key lock?
it's a completely
double-
internal locking mechanism.
Double key lock, right.
And you see, there's no handle, there's no pull, nothing.
Fun times. That's fun.
I just have to remember what level spell it is.
Path Without a Trace, level 2.
Water
No.
breathing.
Water breathing.
Water breathing is level 3.
Well, let's give us all water breathing. And pass without a trace.
We're still having
They're
we don't need to worry about Path Without a Trace.
concentration.
No, it's not. It's 24 hours, no concentration.
Yeah.
I'll check right now.
They were kind with that spell because it would be a little less useful. It would be incredibly dick if they made it concentration.
But well within line.
I suppose.
Don't want to hear it.
So what are y'all doing?
Swimming. We don't need to worry about stealth if we're underwater far enough.
Hi.
Swim it.
How
Doubt the
far
water's that
away
clear.
are we?
We're literally on the miles.
Right on the shore?
Measure miles.
Okay.
Assume miles.
Thronehold itself sits directly in the center of the lake. The widest part of the lake you're looking at probably between 2.5 miles.
So, a mile,
You
mile and a
mean
half.
shore to shore or shore to Thronehold?
Shore to shore.
Okay.
Should I
So we're
take
probably
off
about
my
a mile.
plate?
It's not like it's hampering you.
You walk on the bottom, you can breathe water.
Sure. Okay, we're good.
And
Roddy and I will keep the plate on. We're good.
Hey guys, we'll be moving fairly slow because walking through water is much
Half
slower.
walk
Now
speed.
the question is, how are you guys going to weigh yourselves down? Obviously, Rotmir and Tristan will not have a
I'm
problem.
too
But
light.
Blaze,
swim it.
Thraka will be fine. So you're just going to try to swim as best you can.
Do you want to hold my
I'm gonna
hand?
fly through the water.
I will hold on to Triswan's.
So you're going to be constantly.
Hand.
Same thing with Flynn.
Take
And
that, camera.
What are you doing?
Holding on to Triswan.
Hand.
Don't bit too much.
She keeps saying hand, but you know.
hand.
Okay.
All I have to do is make
You
sure I
cast a
exhale
spell. All of you can feel an odd sensation as gills open up on the sides of your neck.
I don't like that
You
sensation.
can't say no underwater.
Oh, fuck off.
Start swim.
Wrap up my equipment.
Going for a nice swim.
As you all, who's first one in the water?
Yeah.
This water is bone-chillingly cold.
Well, isn't it always?
Oh, this is
Well, it's the dead of
northern Russian waters cold. This is
We're in
cold
Siberia,
water.
dude.
We're in Siberia.
This is the first time I've felt cold in a while,
I
hasn't
don't have
it?
In a
endure
while,
elements. I
yes.
don't have endure
And
elements.
this is cold.
Holy fuck, I wish I was dead again.
As you all slowly make your way into the water, it is absolutely bone-chillingly cold.
Yeah, I'm swimming very quickly.
Cold to the point where it will sap your energy. It will sap your strength the longer you stay in the water.
I would move it.
I can swim literally twice as fast as everyone else.
Moving as quickly as you can.
Oh, almost twice as fast as everyone else.
Well, you swim at half your speed, which is what, 20?
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, so
Considering the
most
round
people
down.
are 15 walking along the bottom.
Yeah.
Now, the three fatties, the three biggies, are able to, they don't have to worry about themselves coming up. But those of you who are not tethered on to one of them, you will have to make athletics checks in order to continue to keep yourself underwater.
Nonsense. I'll just breathe out
I
rather
strapped
regularly.
myself to the
Again, I'm gonna fill the air.
It doesn't work if you're breathing through gills.
Well, then that's the real question becomes: are my lungs even filled with oxygen?
According to Chris Perkins, you will still have the buoyancy of your body and you still float up, even with water. But you do have to weigh yourself down.
I don't. No. Every time I encounter
Also-
water, Tristan sinks like a rock.
Gills act as lungs for fish. That's why they don't have gills in lungs.
Well,
They go
yeah.
straight to your bloodstream. So if you're using gills, it's going straight to your bloodstream.
Stop sciencing my D&D.
Science and all these things.
Meaning, no, you can't go. Ooh.
Well, once again, it circles back around to there's no bubbles in my chest making me flip, but whatever. It's still a 24.
Yeah.
Suck it.
As you guys slowly make your way across the surface of the bottom, I should say, of this lake,
How deep
you
is it?
are caught off guard by just how crystal clear this water is. You guys are about 80 to 100 feet below the water's surface, and you can still very clearly see straight through the water. You can see scores of fish. This has a very abundant wildlife. I mean fish. We're talking some very, very, very good looking pike and very good looking largemouth bass within
Any
these waters.
huge catfish?
No, these waters don't really work
Yeah.
too well for catfish.
Well,
There seems to be
large?
some type of strange crustacean creature that you can see along the bottoms of the water. That
I'm
not
going-
crabs. They
Crap people.
I'm going to skewer a pike with my pike.
okay. Go ahead and roll an attack with disadvantage.
Roll what?
Roll an attack with
It's a
disadvantage.
spear.
Isn't
You
that
don't get
seduction
disadvantage. It's the one type of weapon that doesn't get disadvantage.
Which spells?
Level 4s.
How many do you have?
I should have 3, I only have 1.
Ah, it's a lousy roll. Piercing weapons have always been the one type of weapon that doesn't get disadvantage underwater.
Oh, this is going to be
Disadvantage.
extortion.
Don't worry about it. I'll just track it on D&D Beyond.
The cords are a little twisted, so that doesn't help either.
So if he's trying to stab the pike with his pike, is that like a charisma check? Is it seduction?
I don't know where they are then, my man.
No worries. I'm tracking on Beyond.
Just beak it.
Yeah, no, right. Right, and then the spear would actually be better. Because the beak would be an unarmed strike.
So what do you think he does to his Fey wife? He beats it.
Anyway,
Okay.
so
You're
I
terrible.
got 2
You're
left.
terrible.
I'd be a giant shark now, so I'm not cold and I'm not trying to float.
Okay.
Don't
So
stop swimming, you resuffocate.
14.
Okay. Going through, you manage to spear yourself a fish that gets a bit too close. Doesn't seem like these waters are fished too much.
Yeah,
Uh, most of a lot of the fish do just swim away from you all. You do see a few that come and get in closer. They don't seem to have much in the way of fear of humans or.
It's too bad it's not a demon fish. Then it would also be cooked.
You guys just spend the better part of an hour and a half walking along the bottom of this water before you start. In the distance, you can see the embankment now slowly rising up, and you realize it's going to be a bit of a climb. But you can grab, there's plenty of tree roots and other things that are literally growing into just the side of this lake.
So we're in the
you
mist.
can easily grab into. At this point, it's kind of hard to tell from being in the water, but you have to be far enough away from Thronehold at this point. 3 hours of walking gets you to the embankment on the other side.
I'll go ahead and take a peek up at the surface then.
Okay, you can swim yourself up. Pulling yourself up pretty easily, especially with the foliage on the sides. You can take your head out and look around, and there is fog. That it's not fairly heavy; it's fairly light fog. But as you turn and look towards Thronehold, you can see the fog is hitting some type of invisible barrier, curling up against it and rolling back in on itself.
And take a munch out of my fish.
Pick up some fish.
I caught a fish. I'm gonna eat it.
I'm a shark.
Oh, well, you can eat it. Yeah, I mean, you can eat them.
I'm just gonna bite off the tail and then swim over and drop it on Sonya, and then bite off the tail and swim over and drop it on Sonya.
Are you just biting
Carry
off the
those.
tails of random fish?
We need food.
I got.
I'm gonna scare the crap out of Perry.
Well, you can talk a little bit.
If I can talk a little bit, I'm gonna be
You're a shark. Sharks can't talk.
in my head.
It's on the sending stone.
It's just a great white swimming in the lake.
A saltwater shark swimming in fresh water.
When did the sharks get in there?
It's magic. Magic.
Do you believe in magic?
You all can easily pull yourselves out of the freezing cold water.
I can pull myself.
You guys know
I'll just
much
float up.
longer within this water itself, and hypothermia would have become a real issue.
Yeah, I'm shaking the fuck off after getting out.
I could probably drag one or two of them along, couldn't I?
Yeah.
You can have them grab a hold
Not
of you.
particularly relevant right
Yeah, after I
now.
bite a few fish, I'll have them grab a hold and speed this up.
Well, it still takes you about 3 hours to get there. But you guys can arise from the surface of the water, and you are in the embankment of the at the lake itself. There's relatively sparse woodland, a copse of trees straight out ahead of you, and it gets much thicker as you continue on.
Does this area look patrolled?
Roll me a perception check.
Grab my day this time. That's better. 23.
Nothing that's up close to the shore. I mean, your line of sight is about maybe 40 feet out before it just gets it's just too thick of the fog to see much further than that. But it doesn't seem as if there's anything close to you, and you don't hear the movement of anything besides maybe squirrels within the trees, a rabbit in the foliage.
And is it cold out of the water or just in the water?
Oh, you're freezing at this point. Like as soon as that air hits your skin, your teeth are chattering.
Let's see if maybe we can go into the forest a little and build a little fire.
That would be a bad idea. They will seize the smoke.
What time of day is it?
At this point, it's a little past midday. After you're all shopping, adventure, and teleporting in, it's a little past midday.
I don't think we have much of a choice.
I'm fine. I'm not even wet.
The rest of us are cold.
Dry.
With what?
Prestidigitation.
Huh? You're dry.
Or
You're
control
cold.
water to suck the water off of them.
I thought you got
Do you want to burn the spell?
Control water's a cantrip too.
Yeah, you can pull. With enough time, you can pull the water. I mean, you're still cold, but you're not freezing.
All right.
Did you
Dry, ice.
No. No.
Do it the very
Steam.
same sound.
Ice.
Yeah.
So now you all stand at the edge of the lake. What do you all do?
Look for the tree.
Do we have enough food for it?
Go a quick little hunting.
He managed to catch you probably only 20, 30 pounds of fish total. I mean, but it's
Wow.
gonna die quickly.
If he wants
He
to
had
crash.
3 hours. Well, he had an hour of going
Yeah.
through. And,
Do limbs stay transformed when they're chopped off during polymorph?
I don't know. The typical logic is that the.
what do you mean?
You're
if
not
it's-
cutting a limb off of me.
No. If so, because he could cast polymorph on someone else. What I'm saying is
He's thinking me turn a fish into like a T-Rex, then cut a
No,
limb off.
no. You're completely. Just let me finish. So if you chop off a limb of someone who's been polymorphed into a creature,
When
the
they
limb
go
is,
back to normal,
Well-
they will be missing a limb.
but will the limb, as it's chopped off, transform back?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as it's removed from their body, it'll transform.
So what I was
back
thinking
into
was we turn Perry into an octopus and just start chopping off tentacles.
No.
Oh, fuck off.
More like a starfish. That way he can regenerate.
That's not very nice. I wasn't like chopped.
See?
Those are limbs that you won't even miss because they
What?
never exist
They
in the
changed it
first
to
place
sea
before you're
star.
polymorphed. And
Whatever.
I'm looking for the tree.
Okay. Roll me a survival check.
I just thought of
What
like
was
an
the tree?
infinite potential.
I'm looking for
Yeah,
a deer to
right.
drag with us.
You want to find
Roll
the
me a
tree?
survival
too?
check.
I think we. Yeah. I'll go ahead and.
I'm just gonna.
Honestly,
say
with the 20 pounds of fish, I think we're.
Did you see
goodish.
that? It
Yes.
rolled off of that onto that.
Yeah, it does that.
Wait, that begs a question. If he has 8 appendages and we chop off
Aw,
one,
you
does
son
he
of a
have like
bitch.
2 extra arms?
Can't
and
roll off a
2
load to a
legs?
hive. It'll stay on
What
that
do they
low.
transform
Right?
into?
If you chopped off all 8 of his limbs, he'd probably die. He probably would have already taken too much damage and would have already reverted back. If you cut off one of the tentacles, he's probably going back into his normal form.
Let's just come back up. out
Was
of
it
the
per-
raft.
14.
Is it perception to spot the? I'm looking for the tree out of place.
That it would be a survival. You know its general
I think
location.
it's actually the same number, so 12.
Okay, so
I'm
12,
trying to think of
15.
infinite food
Uh,
here
no,
on
I don't
the
have
walls.
forest.
You begin
19.
to head out into the forest itself, and after about 45 minutes of searching, you find a fresh set of deer droppings.
19.
Track down the deer.
Okay, so you'll head for the tree while he tracks down the deer.
Do you want me
Oh, what
to
are you
stay
guys
with
doing?
Because I can carry
tracking
the
down the tree.
fish, I guess, or I can go with you to help if you want.
I'm good. You probably can't move as fast as I can.
Alright. Start taking the fish towards weird tree.
And what do you put the fish in?
Well, we emptied the bags.
Yes, you did.
I don't want to make them smell. Put the fish in the bag of holding.
You put the quickly dying fish within the bag of holding.
And water.
You keep making it a point of saying that.
Because it's gonna smell.
But in the bag of holdings, they don't age. So
They also can't breathe.
Breathe and they're gonna die.
They can't
The
breathe.
Well, they're gonna
water-
die anyways.
the
They
water
can
is
chop their
separate
tails
from the
off.
fish.
Yeah.
You chop their tails off.
And, you know, they're still sort of fresh as long as we don't wait too long.
Still munching on my fish.
Yeah, they'll just pile them in the thing.
Okay.
Look, Tess, I swam
So
away. but
while
somebody
you
ate
all
my
head
tail.
off and look for the tree, you continue looking for the. You go to track down the deer. Okay. Go ahead and roll me another survival check, please.
Much better.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Okay. While he's doing that, with you guys, you're pretty sure you're too far north and you need to head a bit south, hugging the edge of the of this place. Obviously, you know that the tree itself is basically covering the location into the lair of this creature and the subsequent portal. Yes.
Oh, I was going to ask him, you missing one?
No, I don't have any dice like that.
You guys begin hugging the southern edge, or heading south, hugging the edge of the lake, and it's fairly easy to find after about another hour and a half of walking. You see, emerging from the fog into your line of sight in the distance, a tree that has no earthly business being in this place. It is gnarled and twisted, huge, but looks to be dead. No leaves, nothing upon its bark.
Why does everything have to be with a damn tree?
Why does that remind you of home?
No, it reminds me of the tree that killed me the first time.
It's about this time when they reach the tree itself. you've managed to track down the doe. Now you initially don't want to just kill the doe. Following it, it does reconnoiter with the buck, and it has 3 other does under its current protection. Taking your time, you're able to get a very easy kill shot with your crossbow from the buck. You're able to take it down, throw its, you can chop up the carcass if you like. You can try to carry it as best you can. It's up to you.
Yeah, chop it up and try and carry it.
Okay. Are you trying to keep the skin?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to roll me a nature check, please?
If you address it right there, it might be a little easier to kill.
I
Carry.
saw that.
Yeah, I know, right?
It was like
Right off the 15 and on 15.
13.
13. The pelt's not in the best condition after you get done butchering this thing, but you're able to get a couple of haunches. You're able to tie them up and cover them with the hide itself, put them on your back, and you're able to haul those out. Any more, I mean, that right there, you're looking at about 80 to 85 pounds of meat on your back. The pelt, though, is not, I mean, it's okay. I mean, you could dry it out. You could probably use it for some winter clothing if you like, but it's not good enough that you'd be able to get a good price for selling.
I'll just keep it for myself then.
Okay.
crafted.
Go ahead and roll me another survival check, please.
Been doing that all night.
Yeah, right.
15.
15. You're able to figure out where you currently are. You had to trek up a little to the northeast in order to find this buck and kill it. But while you were moving, you kind of begun to realize you had to to the south, hug the water line, and you can't miss the tree itself. So you head straight towards the water line of the lake, and you're able to head south, and eventually you will come upon the tree as well that they do. Now, when you all come across the tree, what are you going to do?
Well, we found it.
Finds the portal.
Walk straight into the lake from here. Now we just need to wait for everyone to get back.
Wait for Perry and then walk straight into the lake.
Trees.
Examine the tree.
No.
Takes a little over an hour, but you can hear the very heavy footsteps of Perry, and he's kind of huffing and puffing a bit as you see him he's got a bit of blood on his leathers, but he's carrying what looks to be a sizable portion of freshly killed deer.
You want to put it in the bag?
Oh, that would be great. Might have been good if I took it with me the first time.
Do that noise again?
Yeah.
Oh, I saw it did noise, but okay.
You're able to place the meat within the bag of holding, and what are you all going to do?
Into the lake.
Why does that sound like an innuendo?
You all got some meat. Now what are you going to do with it? You all head back into the water. Once again, that bone-chillingly cold water greets you with its frigid embrace. As you all begin to swim your way down, it is very, very easy to see. There is an ingress in beneath the tree itself that you all can head into.
Into the hole.
As you all make your way through, once again, thanking the fates that Perry learned this incredibly useful ability.
Yes. Thank you, Perry.
What, Ingress?
As you all swim through this very tight tunnel, not as tight as the last one that you guys went through beneath the towering wood, but this one looks like it wasn't done naturally. This one looks like it was made.
Carved out.
This one was definitely carved out.
Rotner
Though
would want
it's
to know
too
if it was
smooth to
dwarven.
have been made by tool work, it must have been some kind of magical abilities that hollowed this area out. As you all follow that path, you come to a dead end, but there is opening above you.
Swim up.
Mm-hmm.
It is completely dark. and I mean pitch dark. Even those of you with dark vision, put your hand in front of your face and can see nothing.
Oh, that's unnatural.
Can anyone see anything?
And this is a fairly sizable area, probably 30, 35 feet across. You can see there is a bit of a shore ahead of you. Or you can feel there's a shore ahead of you.
Try to get up.
Move along.
I'll let off a sharp click. I'm going echolocation on this. Trying to find ways to the walls. Or find a way to the most echoey part.
Flynn, as you place your hands on the edge of this and go to pull yourself up, you can feel something shifting and moving beneath your hands. But you're able to, you can still kind of pull yourself out, water just drenching off of you onto the surface. Still, I mean, your breath sounds loud in the cavern that you're currently sitting in, but again, there is no light to see by.
Anyone got a torch?
Yes.
I think we all got torches.
Yeah, probably do.
Nobody
Pull
knows how
myself
to cast a
out.
light.
I'll help pull anyone else out.
No one here
If
has cantrips except
I can feel.
Flynn.
I mean, I do, but... let's
Oh,
see
right, I
what
guess he's
one-
there.
So I'm assuming I was
Wait,
holding on to
yeah,
it
you
again.
do. That's right.
So I will pull Perry out
I
after
don't
I'm
have
up,
light.
pull him up,
Okay.
and then get my torch out from the bag of holding, and
Bag holding itself. Okay, you're able to get that. Take out your tinderbox.
torch it.
After a few moments, you have light. Those of you now with dark vision kind of blink against the brightness of it. Beyond the light itself, you can see, just make out in black and white, the edges of this cavern as it continues for about 30 feet and then opens up.
Start moving on.
As you all kind of get up, look around, I need each of you guys to roll me a perception check, please. I'll roll for Rob here.
You want to do it, or do you want me to do
How
it?
about you
I
do
got
this?
his thing open right here.
Okay.
What is
I'll let you roll it.
10.
I'd say 10
I'll let
plus.
you roll it.
What's his thing?
Have a die.
His is +5.
Hey! Okay, so
Plus
that
eight.
one's mine of 18.
Mine's a 17.
So it's 5.
19.
25.
Okay, so
18.
his is a 19. Mine is a 23.
As you all pull yourselves out, you're looking around, now with light to see by, kind of shivering with the water still dripping off of your bodies. You look down at your feet, and this entire expanse is covered with various sizes, bits, broken pieces of thousands of bones.
Oh,
Well, that's creepy.
human?
does it process?
Roll me a medicine check, please.
Okay.
It's the performances, bro.
Okay.
You want to get the golem monologues going on?
We should avoid that.
19. You can see within this place. Real quick. There are the bones of fish, the bones of people. You can see just off at the edge of your dark vision, you see light glint off of what looks to be a gold tooth still inlaid within a human skull.
So move forward carefully. Yeah.
Do you point out the gold?
Makes me wonder where he's been getting his food.
Fish.
Who's been foolish enough to come out here? Besides us.
At least humanoid.
You all remember what King Kai said, or told that he sends envoys out here with gifts of food, but sometimes the envoys themselves do not come back.
Oh, yeah.
I go to pull the gold tooth out.
You begin moving your way through. Bones crunching beneath your feet. You bend down. You grab the skull, grab the tooth, and you're able to pull it out.
That was
And
my
what did you say your perception check was?
A little bit.
25.
25. As you do that, you kind of drop the skull on the ground, wipe the kind of slimy bit, like it's just kind of wet and greasy that you touch. You kind of wipe that on your jerkin, and you hear it sounds like something shifting.
You know, I'm doing my best not to be silhouetted by this torch while I'm in the edge of its light.
Okay, so you begin moving out.
Aye.
I kind of call out, "We've got food for you." Not too loudly, but
Is that food?
Your voice echoes around the cavern around you.
Trista, get the food out.
Pull out the buck pieces.
Now again, I'm going to be real nice because we did have a week break. You guys were given something from King Caius.
Were we given a seal?
Pull out the symbol.
Yes.
Yeah.
You were given the seal to reveal when you entered his domain. So
Pull
he
out the
wouldn't
seal.
kill you.
Pull out the seal.
I forgot about that part.
As you pull out the
Makes
seal,
sense.
Crispin, you raise it above your head. As you raise it up, your torchlight kind of glints off of it. You know this is made with inlaid emeralds and sapphires. It is a incredibly nice looking seal. As that happens, you kind of look over and you see, oh shit, like, damn, that's some radiant light now, kind of shining, reflecting off this place. As you turn, you see there's a couple of those reflective points that are just going everywhere, but you realize about 5 feet away from you, 2 of those points are not reflective points of light. They seem to be completely independent. And as you're watching, you see the silhouette of a gaunt humanoid face, the skin stretched so tight it looks as if it could tear at any moment, slowly comes into view. Its mouth is pulled wide, ghastly wide, and its teeth are the purest of white, but they have look as if they have been filed to points. As it takes a step forward, you can see it's on all fours, and its body moves unnaturally as it takes another step forward, pulls itself out.
I said we have food for you.
We'll start pulling. Hand you the seal.
It
and start
looks
pulling.
from you. You can. It's only the pinpoints of red light, but in those pinpoints of light, you can feel its hunger.
It's been a while. I can see.
It looks from you over to where you are with the seal.
And I hand him the seal.
Well,
and
you sent him up to go get the skull, so
Okay.
he's about 30 feet away
I didn't
from
send
you.
him to get the seal.
I just greed sent him. I'll take
Indeed.
this.
Alright, you take the seal and I
Yeah,
start
I've got
pulling
this.
out
So you begin to pull out the meat as
The
you
meat
grab the
first?
seal.
and then start getting the fish out and put that.
As you
Oh,
place
wow,
the meat
fish.
down, you pull the seal, you take a step back, and you jump back as this thing scuttles from in front of you, around you, and is on the meat in the blink of an eye. And it begins ripping into it with its fine, razor-sharp teeth, ripping chunks out of it. Not even chewing, just swallowing pieces of it whole.
Yeah, it's time to go now.
Just like my sword.
What were we supposed to do once we found them? Just distract it long enough to go?
Yeah, we move now.
Okay, we move now.
As you all begin to move forward, you hear the noise stop, and you hear another shifting.
I give it everything. Slowly turn around.
You see it's over the food still. It's still holding a chunk of the meat within its hands. You can see the blood dribbling down its face and onto its naked body as it looks at you and
Just hold the sigil up and keep walking.
Exactly.
where you go.
We go to the portal.
Can't activate that without me.
Will you activate it for us? We brought you food and we have the seal.
King Highness,
He sent us.
obviously. I'll be feasting upon you now. And he grabs a piece of a bit of the punch and bites onto the bone, and it offers no resistance from his powerful bite as he and begins crunching the marrow out of the bone.
Oh, we'll wait until you're done then.
A moment, please. And he just begins gorging on this. The fish and all. Though he seems very, very exuberant about the fresh deer kill. The fish, he still eats, but not with the same gusto. By the end of it, he's holding a few of the fish still in his hands as he kind of stands up almost like a chimpanzee or a gorilla, like the way that it walks, as he kind of awkwardly makes his way up. Follow. Takes a few steps forward. You go into King Rogver's domain within the elemental chaos.
Yes, that's the plan.
Be wary. Do not take the stone giants lightly. They are hard. The elemental chaos always seeks to take back its own. The keep, always changing. Do well to be wary. At this point, he's finished the fish, and he begins licking the excess bits of flesh and blood off of its hands. Good bit. You come back through. Bring me, giant. I'll reward you.
Yes, this is good. We bring you pieces of giant.
I have a great many things for trade. If you survive, I haven't tasted the flesh in some time. Not crazy enough to try to come through anymore, are they? Not anymore. Not with me here. You all are walking through this area. This area is, just littered with bones that crunch beneath your feet, making stealthing almost impossible for you guys. Though he seems to move across this without making hardly any noise at all. As you follow through, the bones begin to lessen, and you come into, again, this has to be man-made. It's a rectangular chamber. There's, at the end of it, you can see a circular dais set into the wall, and you can just make out, first what you think is a very large and realistic painting of a landscape beyond that has beautiful cliff off in the distance. You can see a waterfall falling from it that falls thousands of feet into the waters below. You can see a rocky path that leads up to the left. And after a moment of looking at it, it's an incredible likeness. It looks almost real. Then you see the surface shimmer a bit, and you realize it is real.
A question. How did we get back through the portal? We can't bring you as a giant if we don't know how to get back through the portal.
The portal, it opens relatively frequently, but the giants do not seek it out anymore.
Yeah, because you eat them.
I have eaten a great many. And you look off as he looks to his left. You follow his eye line, and you see a skull that looks to be the size of about 3 people sitting in the corner.
If you go now, yeah, and try to bring you a giant?
Yes, bring me treats. I reward you.
This sounds fair. We will try our very best.
Good. Be wary. Followers of King Caius. And he stands up kind of awkwardly. As he stands up straight, you can hear popping, like his bones finally aligning into their natural alignment for the first time in years. And he gives you a very courtly bow.
I shall bow.
Rises back up, and after a moment, he slowly sinks back into position, his shoulders hunching, his back almost arching into just a U shape. And he sits there, almost like a dog, watching his master as he walks out the door.
Alright, let's go.
What a nice fellow.
Through the portal.
Walking through this place, through this shimmering field, is an experience that you all have only had a couple of times before. It felt more as when the gnome Tech, the druid, opened a tree and had you walk through that. It was almost like you walked through an invisible membrane. And as you pass through the other side, the cold dampness of the cavern is replaced with an oppressive heat and wind that you found that, I mean, while it's not absurdly hot, it is a very, very hot wind that blows against you.
Velpe leads the way.
All right.
Hey, it's a mountain.
And you can see the scene before you. There is a meandering path that leads, it's very steep, that leads up this very, very high embankment. At the edge of the cliff, off in the distance, has to be 2 or 3 miles away, you can see a gargantuan keep. Water seems to flow through the center of the keep and falls off in a waterfall that falls 1,000 miles, even below where you stand. You can see the expanse before you. There is nothing but dark brown clouds that fill the air beneath you. The water falls into that and continues well beyond.
Hey, you know what? That water over there might be our way in.
As you all look around, you can see rocky chunks of earth that float through the sky.
I'm gonna find a rocky chunk floating through the sky. Just perch on.
You start taking the wing to head up there?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me an athletics check, please.
Yeah. That is a 21.
As you begin to fly up, you can see this place doesn't follow the natural laws of the material plane. The winds that buffet you are buffeting you from 3 sides at the same time, making it very hard to fly. But at this point, you're not using any of the wind itself.
Hey, 1/4 of this plane is my namesake.
You're having to muscle this much more than you're used to. It's almost like when you first recovered your wings and were trying to fly with that. It's that same exhausting kind of.
I'll try to catch the updraft. Whenever possible.
As you catch an updraft, you rise a few feet, you get buffeted by wind and are thrown off. It whips you around. It's disorienting, but you can move through. It's very difficult, but you can move through it. And that's once you get about 15 to 20 feet off the ground.
All right, I'm just gonna walk.
As you begin walking up, the loose shale that litters this, what looks to at one point have been probably a very well-used path, but it looks as if something very heavy had to beat along this particular path over centuries in order to break that rocky surface down into the loose shale that it currently is.
Oh gee, this just looks like something big walked on it. Maybe we go to the Keep of the Giants.
That sounds like a good plan.
As you all begin making your way up this incredibly difficult pass. This path not easy for you all to climb. And as the further you get, you find yourselves having to climb almost around very, very large sections of stone that are sat within this pathway. It is quite a bit of work, but you all are able to slowly make your way up this path. And as you do, over the next 5 or 6 hours, the keep on the horizon gets larger and larger and larger. As you finally make your way up, and by the way, how are you all traveling?
I'll be on the front.
Sneakily.
You all trying to move as stealthily as you can up this rocky shale, or are you guys just trying to make
It
your way
depends on
through?
how open it is.
You have a clear field of view. I mean, you have motes of earth that gently float around that will sometimes pass between you and where the
Well, otherwise
where
it's
the-
an open cliff face.
But yeah, it is. The only thing that you see here is air and earth. That's all that you see in this
So
area.
yeah, no, just walking.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I will keep flitting about.
Okay.
I
What,
won't press the diligence.
what about ants?
As you all slowly make your way up this place, after, like I said, after about 5 or 6 hours of hard travel, the light within the sky that seems to come from that direction and that direction at the same time, almost like it's kind of like either mid-dawn or early sunset, with the colors that grace the sky, the oranges and browns and reds that color the sky. In that 5 to 6 hours, the light doesn't change from either of these sources. You can't exactly tell what they are, but it's not a fixed point like the sun. Especially the one on your left-hand side, that one appears to cover almost the entire horizon for quite a ways.
Don't go over there without fire resistance or immunity.
As I said, after about 5 or 6 hours, you are now about a quarter mile away from the keep of Windmouth Pass, and it earns its name as the wind gets louder and stronger the higher you get up on this climb, getting to the point where it's nearly pushing you off the side of this and forcing you to tumble all the way back down. Working together, you guys can prevent each other from succumbing to this fate. And you can see the towering walls. You all have heard of Sharn, and maybe even have seen Sharn in your life. This keep reminds you very closely of Sharn. There are ascended pieces of earth that, through heavy chains, had been tethered to the keep itself, like extra crenellations, extra walls, extra defense. You can see towers that have been built upon these moats of earth, or earth moats. You can see the walls before you stand 75 to 100 feet tall in some places, far above you. You can see that they have been made of blocks of stone, impossibly large for anything but a giant to be able to move. And in most cases, teams of giants to be able to move them. You can see set in the side of this place is a very, very large, open portal that looks as if at some point it may have housed some kind of door, though it appears to be just an opening into the keep itself.
Velpe?
You see no guards stationed outside of it. You don't see anyone within the towers above. You see no movement in this place except for the lazy movement of the earth motes.
Velpe, you lead the way, yeah?
Hey, well, wasn't there a waterway?
No.
Technically
There's
speaking,
water
it's
going
my
in
territory.
There's water that heads right through where you all are is where the door is on this place. About 100 yards to your left, you can see there's a fairly swift moving river that runs straight through, seems to enter a piece of the an opening into the keep itself and disappears beyond your sight.
Wouldn't that be the better way to go?
Yeah, I don't want to be sucked out to waterfall today.
That's why we all hold on to this one and just walk through it.
Yeah, I just think the door maybe.
Yeah, I don't think any of us have the ability to swim against a current like that.
Oh, we just kind of ride the current.
Right
Off the cliff.
But don't go off that way.
Then I have to resurrect you again, and it's very tiresome. We just go through the
You can
door.
resurrect without a body?
Yeah, but what sounds like a bigger trap than going through the door?
Then we know it's a trap.
It's not a trap if we know it's a trap.
Then it's a trap for the other people.
That's exactly how that works, 100%.
Fine.
There's no light here.
We could have RNOs check to see if there's anything else. Another way to get in.
I'll scout around the other earth motes that are chained up.
Again, up here it's even harder to move. Basically, it's like you're moving through difficult terrain. Basically, you can fly.
If I can, I'll just go with the flow.
It's the problem is there's no flow. It's flow this direction for a few seconds, then this direction, then this direction, then this direction. It's literally the elemental chaos, the elemental plane of air. You know, it's air is constantly moving in this area. It's not. It's not flowing.
You ever been a ball in a pinball machine?
And you can
Actually, I
hear
was
the
thinking-
clink of the metal of these chains that hold these earth motes as they shift and move. You'll see some of them. The wind will take it to the edge of where the chains are. The chains will go taut. They'll slowly move in another direction, almost like they're trying to break away from this place itself. As you start flying up, you spend a good 10 minutes getting from the base level of the keep up to the lowest earth mote of where it is. And there's about a 120-foot tall tower that now that you see looks like it's only got 3 sides.
Okay.
And once you get up to that, you are tired. You are, oh shit!
I'll be honest, I was picturing more. Goddamn, what was the most recent Star Trek movie? The Gravity Vortices.
It is very difficult. Well, when you get up there, you can see. I mean, you guys could technically go. It looks like you go over the side of this. You can look down and see the keep itself, but you don't see any openings on the top of the keep. The keep is literally looks to be as if almost it's a slab of stone on the top.
Anything in the no windows? I've got a spyglass.
No, you can. The only windows that you see a few that look like. You know what? Go and roll me a. Just go and roll me a straight perception check.
That is a 19.
It is very odd. You can see where there was a pattern within the front facade of this structure. You can see where there were ports, like almost like viewports that were carved into the stone. But you can see some are just missing, and some look as if they haven't been redone, almost as if the stone itself regrew and covered where that pattern.
The stone says no.
Some of the areas of as you really get it with that roll, getting a good look at this place, you can see there are some areas of this that look like it's not shaped stone. It looks like it's just a natural outcropping of rock, but then you have straight worked stone coming out of it, almost as if the natural stone is like a tuber growing on the surface of the worked material.
Well, that's a nice way to put it.
Almost like the rocks of fungus is like moss on a tree.
Well, yeah. Right? Well, I guess the door's the only way in, and we don't get to scout it out. Yeah. Well, before heading back to the group, I'll try and take a peek in one of
You
these.
can see the chains there. You can see that there are 8 earth motes that are chained to this. Each of the chains on this, they all run right near where the entrance is, right where this opening is. You can imagine that if things come up to this place, they probably climb the chains to get up to this location, and this would be their scouting location. Though looking around, I mean, it isn't like the material plane where dust would settle. I mean, there's too much wind and stuff up here, but just looking around, it doesn't look like anybody's been up here for a while.
I wonder if that thing ate them all.
Can
Maybe.
you sense them?
Can we go through the door now?
Well, I can't say anything on the inside. I'll
Yeah,
see
you
if,
don't see any
I'll see if I can get an actual look inside one of those windows before
Like, get all the
vanishing
settings
back down.
I know.
So you're gonna head down and go and look at one of the viewports?
Yes, just one.
Can you like sense them like I can with the
Oh,
dead or fiends?
Oh no, that's
Can I sense elementals? I don't think it can.
I know I can.
no. You do hear it in your head,
Yeah.
but
you say-
you realize as when you speak, the wind is ripping your voice away from you. Like you can't even hear what you say. Really, it's that cacophonous of sound up here.
Yeah, fun times.
No, it's only aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae,
Dude, elemental.
fiends, or undead.
So
Maybe.
I'll get to one of the
Giants,
windows. And
No.
does this technically qualify as my favorite terrain? It is a
No.
mountain.
No, this is not mountain. This is
Well, it is literally an earth map.
yeah. This isn't the.
Name.
Well, it's
This
still
isn't a
it's,
mountain per
it's
se.
still
This is
still a mile, and this thing ain't that big.
I only have celestial
What?
fiend and undead.
How big is this island?
the earth boat that you're on.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
how big?
it's
How about
small.
the Earth? The main Earth island.
The main area that you guys are in from where you are now, you can see it looks as if you're on a very, very large disc of stone that is set in the middle. I mean, you can see almost like a video game when they had poor draw distance and you see like the clouds everywhere.
Yeah, right.
You can see that surrounding where you are now.
And how big is it? An estimate.
I mean, 15, 20 miles at least.
How big is the keep itself? Is that the entirety of the keep?
No, the keep is only on. It's just on a small section of this area.
Is it greater than 1 mile?
The keep itself?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. That's the question I needed answered. I'll go.
And no telling how deep it goes.
I'll go poke my take a look-see in one of those windows while.
So you're gonna make your way to the. Okay.
Yeah.
So you all can see
A
Arnos jump off of the boat, and for a moment, your heart kind of lurches in your throat as you see him drop like a stone. And after some flapping, you can see him slowly right himself, and he manages to land.
Come
near
now, I'm
the
more
front of
graceful
this
than
place.
that.
It's hard to be graceful here. I mean, just the fact that you didn't fall to your death is pretty good. That's pretty graceful. You see him stop at the very front of this. The door, the open doorway lies probably 100 feet to his right, and he starts kind of using his wings and his hands to pull himself up onto this opening and look. He begins to look in. Go ahead and roll me your perception check.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use primeval awareness. First level spell. Oh, that's terrible. That is a 13.
13. And primal evil awareness allows you to do the Fey.
Sense elementals. I can sense elementals. I'm looking for elementals, I should say.
You detect no elementals around you.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you gotta look. Yeah. Okay then.
Looking, and what'd you roll for perception?
It was only a 13.
13. Looking inside, what you can see here, it looks like it's a circular room. It goes beyond the edge of your vision, but looking from where you have, I mean, for whatever creature is this size, has to be 20 to 25 feet tall.
Huh.
And you sticking your head in and looking from side to side, the edges of this circular room disappear into your dark vision, and you can't see what's beyond. But you don't see a opening on either wall yet.
Right. Yeah. Front door it is. Primeval awareness is up for the next minute.
As you move, you detect no elementals.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be like, woo, 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 coming back down.
Yeah.
Riding to the
Oh, you guys can see him.
Yeah.
You all can very clearly see him.
Oh my god.
I do
Yeah,
not.
can we go into this building now?
Hi, we'll go
Open the
in,
door.
but we'll sneak in.
Check for traps.
Is it a
I
door?
don't think anyone's been here in a while.
Yeah.
So you begin moving towards the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lousy perception check for traps on the door.
What's your roll for your perception?
13.
13. As you get to the door and you begin looking inside, as you all begin moving up to his position, Rotmir seems at a loss for words as he looks at the immensity of the structure. And you guys are a quarter mile off. As you guys get up to it, I mean, it just looms over you. It is incredibly intimidating. Whatever creatures made this are huge. Huge.
It appears that giants are better stonemasons than dwarves.
Yeah,
And
but
he
without
just shoots you a
We
very
both
dirty
do. We were like,
without proper maintenance, it overgrows
I mean,
with stone.
You, as you are looking into this place and you're beginning to look to see, is there any tripwires, is there any traps, is there anything like that, you hear a doom, 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 echoing from inside this building.
oh,
You know what? Well, let's just let him answer the door. Pretty sure he saw me. I'm just gonna step back.
So you just
Back.
kind of back it up?
Yeah.
Back it up.
he's backing it up. Backing it up.
Okay, how far back do you go?
40 feet.
Okay.
Is there a spot where we can
At this point,
hide?
your ear is trained on that sound now. It is definitely within that building. As you back up, the rhythm of it suddenly changes. You hear doo 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 doo.
So are they coming to the door?
As you stand and watch, by the time they get to your position, nothing has exited this building.
We keep going.
Does it sound like footsteps or drums?
Hard to tell. Go to roll me a perception check.
That is the sound of.
Could begin trying to open the door, though I wonder if I'm able.
There's no.
There's no door. It's just an opening.
Oh, it's just an opening.
16. As you strain to hear you all can clearly hear it from where you are, which is about 50 feet back from the door. You all can clearly hear it. As you strain, it sounds like it's stone impacting stone. Oh, I'm sorry, metal impacting stone.
Yeah. Time to go.
No, I think they're just.
So excited that
Well,
you're coming to dinner?
Maybe they're hammering. Maybe they're hammering out some of the growth.
Or it's a blacksmith in there.
Yeah.
And where you all stand now, it's not flat. Okay, from where you are all are currently, you can see it's where you went to the window on your right hand side, not 30 feet from where you guys currently stand. You can see there's natural rock that seems to be growing on the side of this. He said almost like moss covering a rock.
Yeah, this castle is functionally overgrown.
I think whoever's in there is preoccupied, but we should move rather quietly.
Yeah. I sneak.
Can we try to open the door?
Well, there
at
is
the same
no,
time?
There's no
door. It's merely an
There
opening.
is a doorway.
Oh, okay. Then
Pass without a trace again.
Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't have access to that spot.
We move forward. Yes. I don't
They're
think
fair
so.
game.
But they're mine now.
Mm.
Alright, so those of you who are trying to sneak, go ahead and roll me a stealth check, please.
Whoever's
be
burying, I just stole all replace it.
Oh, come on.
Yes!
That's a 16.
I love your dice.
Oh, wait a sec. I got advantage.
That's so mean.
I was about to say, did you roll with advantage?
20.
26.
Guys, I'm not liking the stealth checks right now.
Wow.
Okay.
I know.
So
Okay,
30.
that was me.
What is
30,
That's a
26.
8 plus.
What's Ratmir's?
19.
Minus 1 as well?
What is this?
His is plus 1.
Plus 1? Okay.
Do you see?
Stealth.
Stealth.
Do you see that?
Oh, again?
31.
No, that's a different die.
Alright, I get to be hit
Different
with
dice.
Anybody else who's stealthing? I need
Mine's
yours.
a 31. I forgot
Oh,
about that.
What, is
Or
that
a
with the plus
13
16?
even.
Oh, with what?
With the
10.
plus 10?
Oh, that's 29 then.
16 for Ratmir.
So 16 total? Okay. And
19.
19 total? Okay. So, you guys make your way beyond the doorway. Immediately, that sound, it's overwhelming. As you step in, it's reverberating off the walls. It definitely sounds at this point now like metal impacting stone. But it's not just one instance of it. You can hear and it's almost a symphony of it happening as you begin to make your way into this place.
Does it sound like mining?
After about 30 feet that you all, after about 300 feet of you all walking straight ahead, it's a straight shot that you can see on your right side, the walls. On the left, it's beautiful craftsmanship work that's been done. You can see columns that have been carved. On the right-hand side, you can still see bits of that original workmanship, but again, it's like rock has grown over the top of it and is slowly reclaiming it. It's very strange, very odd.
Behold, they have imbued the rock with a sword, yet another feat the dwarves are not capable of.
Well, yeah, leave Parati alone.
As you all make your way deeper into this place, there is another opening at the end of this. I'm sorry, I said 300 feet. It's 100 feet. Sorry, excuse me.
Probably be more worried about that than you're.
As you guys can see this opening, the sound is growing louder and louder and louder. I need perception checks from each of you, please.
And again with the low roll. That's an 11. It's getting lower.
18.
26.
9.
17, 26.
in perception.
11?
11?
11.
17.
It really doesn't matter.
17?
It's really low
500.
regardless.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so his is a 16 and mine is a 20.
Okay. Okay. You guys can see that there is light emanating from inside this other expanse. Quite a bit of light. And dancing within shadows, you can see movement. Now, you're not sure if it's a trick of the shadow and the light itself, but I mean, some of these shadows cover these walls. And these walls are 50 to 75 feet high. And you can see some of these shadows cover these walls. You all feel incredibly tiny moving about this place. And sorry, I actually have something for this. Did have something for this. As you all begin moving closer to this door opening, you can look beyond and you can see 2 stone columns about 20 feet ahead of you. Larger almost like walls, but they don't quite reach the ceiling itself, are next to that. You can see a large hallway to your left and right that turns and disappears. You can see to your right a large, what looks to be opening of natural stone cavern. You can hear a large amount of that sound is coming directly from that direction, directly from where that natural expanse is. As you look, as you look, you reach your hand out and grab Arno, stopping him before he steps out. You point up and you can see a 15-foot tall humanoid creature with rock-like skin, slate gray. It has a club that is probably at one point a part of a redwood that he just ripped out of the ground. He leans against the wall and just kind of watches the opening where you all are. It seems as if this creature is on guard duty. Well, but before we do that, let me go ahead and show you guys what you're looking at real quick.
We haven't had any of this in a while. And
It's been a long damn time.
He's a little bitter. You know?
I'm not bitter.
That's a bit better there. Just saying.
We'll go with
Certainly
you.
sounded,
It's like,
indeed.
we can go with your idea, Flynn. I got my crossbow.
Yeah, I'm sure the crossbow is going to instantly kill the stone giant.
Why do we want to instantly kill it?
We're going to need to clear an area for this.
You want to talk to it? Maybe snuggle?
Sneak by it, you fucking moron.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna have one figure representing us, right?
So you guys are right here currently, with Flynn right behind you,
That can be
Frislin up
seen.
front.
I'm like right there. Perry's.
That is just the opening right there. We got Perry.
Yeah, it doesn't look like an open. You
And Rotmere.
Sorry, Thunder Gut.
Yeah. Thunder gun.
Thunder Gut.
I have no idea how this looks. So
This is what 5 foot hallways
someone's
look like
gonna
to
want to turn
giants.
on the stream so we can adjust that if we need to.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Ready for dead, dead Perry Parker.
Yeah, I can see it.
Part 3.
Okay, and you
Looking
can see
right at us.
this creature is right there, but you can hear more movement from the other side.
How many times have you died?
How many times did who die?
Which one of us?
2? What was the first time?
Before we started this campaign.
Yeah. Before Barovia.
Barry dies a lot.
You look skinny. South Park.
The hallway that you are currently standing in looks like it is only wide enough for one of these things to walk down.
So we can see. We
So-
might have to turn it slightly towards Kyle.
Don't tilt it down, dear God.
Well, hold on.
You gotta
Sorry,
remember.
everybody.
Okay, so what are you all going to do?
We just can't. Well, no, you can. No.
Don't kill it. Why?
Slightly up.
Like you never should have tilted down in the first
Right
place. That angle's already pretty good.
Lots of noise. If you kill it, there's a lot of noise. It comes crashing down and
Anybody have silence?
Yeah, there should be
Not that
alright.
I'm aware of.
maybe.
I used to.
There ain't no noise, you get rid of the noise.
I don't want to go around killing a bunch of these to be found.
We probably see the Smeagol golem mate or giant mate.
Aye. We need to entice one of them to come back with us.
Not with the empty bag of holding, we don't.
Too bad their disposition was reported as hostile.
Like, how big do you think a bag of
Or at least
holding
aggressive.
is? Yeah, maybe we'll get the head.
Split between the haversacks and the bag of holding. I'm sure we can make it fit.
Well, you know, you wouldn't be able to fit it, like its head or anything in that.
Yeah.
That's why you.
Like, even its arm would be too wide to fit through the hole in the bag of holding.
Yep.
That's why there's blades in the party that could just chop it up.
I mean, you can chop pieces of it off.
I'm sure Smeagol
Though it
doesn't
does look
care.
like skin.
I'm sure Smeagol doesn't care about the cut of meat.
Get ready to run, I'm gonna distract it.
Oh, great.
Why
Okay.
don't we
We'll
just
let you
sneak
make
past?
decisions.
What, do you have a better way of distracting it?
Yeah, sneak past like we've been doing.
It was looking right at us.
Why do I have to distract it?
Well,
Yes.
it's looking at the doorway. Though it did not roll high enough to notice Arnos. Flynn did happen to roll high enough to notice the creature, which, as you all are looking at it, it blends into the wall very well.
Do you have a way of causing it? I'm gonna point over to like here to cause a noise over there.
We
Yeah.
do have to get.
Then cause a noise and we all run. Not run, but sneak by it. Well, it's looking the other way.
Fine.
This is still
We don't necessarily need to just.
secret mission. We don't have to go in there and kill everything.
I mean,
But we can.
there's no witnesses.
We don't
if there's
have
no
to.
witnesses.
But we can.
Yeah, the
They're
problem
not
is if you kill one,
exactly
there's still
attacking us. We can
30
get
other
by
of them
it.
over there.
If there's no witnesses, then there's no
Save
witnesses.
our
You gotta kill all 30
resources
stone giants?
for a bigger fight if we have to.
As long as your gun doesn't backfire.
Be smart about
Yeah.
it. Try to get around it.
As far as you still have fingers.
Greater invisibility?
I could try distracting you.
Huh?
That would work. Greater invisibility.
Okay. Flynn disappears.
Go over to that corner over there and kick a rock.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check with advantage, please.
Okay, where do we have to
And pass without a trace.
Presumably up those big stairs. We actually
30.
do not know where we're going.
Okay, so you
So
can
that's a
see there
irrelevant
is
question to
a
ask.
pile of stone over here. As you
We
move
need
in,
to
go to roll me another perception check,
Determine
please.
where to get. Determine where we are going, not where we have to.
20. As you begin moving here, you get as you're moving to your left, you see in between two of the two stone pillars, you see another giant that is picking up bits of rock and pulling them off of areas that they've been mining around in that natural cavern, and is begin throwing them to the side. As over here, now that you're out and you can get a better view, you can see there's another one of these creatures here that is actively working on that stone, and you can see the movement of one as it's working. You see it drop its pick up a hunk of stone and drop it right here, and then turns around and comes back and working somewhere in this area. You're not entirely sure as to where.
I'm just going to go with we're not sneaking through here.
As you get to this location here, as you get to there, you get to that pile, you look down, and you can see sitting Indian style with a club on its lap and very strange looking red clothing, which is the only clothing really on any of these things that you see besides like maybe vast loincloths or bits of very large hide. You see another one of these in this corner, but it seems to have its eyes closed and seems to be in deep meditation.
shit, they have a mage.
You know, we could try talking.
Talking.
They're hostile. We were told they were hostile.
Last time he spoke with them, which was when? Yeah.
Centuries.
I mean, at this point, it's like we should
Then
start.
talk.
All right, I guess.
Oh.
See if anyone swings at me. Well, they're gonna be swinging at me, not you guys.
We need to get into the treasure room.
Well, you need to get into where they would keep the treasure. The treasure room is probably not within this keep. You know, this keep, it's like a forward position. You know, King Rovger's main place isn't even on this plateau.
So it's on one of the.
This is just an outskirt, you know, like keep on the Borderlands type thing.
But this is where he said it would be.
This is where he's pretty sure it would stay here because it's not a treasure. But they would definitely not let anybody else have it. But they would just probably leave it here.
Maybe the three of you should stay back and we just sneak in and go get it.
And then, when somebody screws up, like they always do, we die.
We're gonna die anyway.
So I assume you've come back over and told them what you've seen.
What do we know? What do we know of the strength of stone giants?
Roll me a.
That's directed at everybody. Literally everyone should be rolling this.
Roll
Knowledge
me
check.
a just straight intelligence check.
All of
They
us?
say strong. They hit you with a club.
Intelligence?
Straight intelligence, that's a straight 12.
I see this in Skyrim. They hit you and you rocket into
21.
space.
Right?
6.
9.
Rotmere, I don't know what Rotmere's is, but that was a 3.
Rotmers is -1, so a 2.
So it-
And you said a what?
I got an 18.
18? And you got a 21?
21.
So the two of you have heard stories of stone giants. They're big, they're mean, they're carnivorous, and they make dwarven greed look like charity.
Hey.
Okay then. No talking.
So, what do we want to do?
That's the real question.
The three of us sneak in there and sneak out.
We do have.
Yeah, that's a shit plan.
It may be a shit plan, but it's the shittiest plan of them all. Let me rephrase that.
Least
Yeah,
shitty.
Least shittiest plan.
It's the shittiest plan. You were
Oh,
right
fuck.
the first time.
You really want to try and fight these things? Do we have the ability to do
Let's go
so?
into politics.
They're giants.
No, backtrack.
Yeah.
I need each of you guys roll me a perception check, please.
Natural 20.
Oh, good grief, I've been rolling lower and lower. I think that was slightly higher than the last one.
28.
28?
13.
16.
Off
16.
of that.
I got a nat 22.
Nat 20?
18 for
It's almost
Rotmere.
as if we touched tips.
And that will be 23 for me.
Okay. As you all are having this conversation, you stop suddenly. All of your breath catches in your throat as you hear what sounds like a couple of very large footsteps. And as you look over, you see the guard is now leaning over and looking directly at where you all stand. You see a very large smile creep over his face.
So we wasted the element of surprise.
Slides the club down and begins to take a threatening step forward.
Okay.
That's where we're going to take our break.
Ah!
We'll be back here in about 15, 20
could've
minutes.
gotten off the surprise attack, but nope.
Hindsight.
15, 20 minutes. And we'll be starting with initiative, and we'll see exactly what happens in this this next part.
How you want to pause it?
Yeah, I'll go pause it.
Why doesn't anybody listen to me?
Why didn't anyone listen to me?
Because your idea was stupid.
We would have snuck by it already.
Here.
And then the other three would have got hit with the club?
Hey, put this over here. Paul.
up, Kyle.
I don't know why I'm shouting. You can hear me.
Let's do this, Kyle.
Or is he in the potty?
No, he was waiting to hear from us.
Speakers and saying, "Hey, Kyle, restart the fucking broadcast. It's okay."
Why do we have to? Do we have to curse?
Yes, at this point you can
Hey,
do.
this is a fucking family-friendly show.
Oh yeah,
Damn,
real
Kyle.
bad.
Shut the
Fucking
fuck up.
potty mouth shit.
Fucking potty mouth. God, fucking. Oh, hey, we're live.
Right?
Anyway, back to cussing.
All right, and we are back. So we are gonna go ahead and get back to this mild debacle with initiative, please.
Let's see.
Very.
Oh, I'm not going very
It's
fast.
time to shine. Roll for seduction.
Ah, fuck.
Right?
Get the
Sorry,
stone
Ronnie.
giant's rocks off.
That's a good sign. Keep it up.
Just my initiative. 8?
I got a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
3 with her -4 is a -1.
No, it's a negative. It's a 2. I don't have negative 1. Alright.
20 to 25.
20.
Really? I'm gonna fucking murder someone.
I didn't do it.
That it?
They
20
changed it to
25?
D&D with 95.5.
That- all right, 15 to 20.
19.
I rolled
18.
Oh, fuck, am I going first? That ain't
Yeah,
good.
so
Why the fuck am I going like second?
Well, weren't you just saying you needed to?
I said it would be a good thing,
do.
but
10 to 15.
I'm an 11.
I complain a lot. It's my thing.
When is Robert?
No, thank you. Rotmere is a 4.
And Tristan is a 2. Alrighty, this is gonna go great.
Yeah.
Swimmingly.
So,
Heavy hitters.
starting with the giant, who rolled a natural 20 on his initiative.
Wow.
Man.
You see him smile wide. And what languages does everybody speak?
Okay.
Arin is the only relevant one here. I don't speak Terran or Giant, which are his most likely languages.
Common, Dwarven, Elven, and
I
Gnomish.
do speak Dwarvish. So that is
Common, Dwarvish, Elvish. What is Gith?
I don't know what Geth.
And Infernal.
Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish.
Is that the language of the Githazari?
Common animal.
Okay.
Yeah, Rotmere and I have
So,
the
in a language none of you understand,
shit.
this creature says, "Go I will do," as he steps forward, right there, takes his club and swings down as hard as he can at.
No, I'm right in front of him. So is
Well, you
she.
both are.
Yeah.
You're both right in front of him. At Triswin.
Lovely.
Well, that's a good thing.
Triswin! That first attack against you is going to be a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Triswin, as he swings down, you jump out of the way. The club hits the ground, shattering rock. You get sprayed with a hail of shrapnel from the stone floor. That is going to be...
Harry, fuck it.
That is 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, now you want to.
He then takes the club, looks over at you, and tries to swing with a kind of offhanded swing at Arnos. Arnos, that is a 12 to hit.
That is a miss.
You try to flatten yourself as much as you can as this club swings over your head and poof, into the wall. As that happens, he smiles and backpedals a bit. At this point, Flynn was already back with the group.
He was over there. We were talking to the stones.
You said you went back already, though.
Yeah, so then we'll put you right there.
I was on the.
Not like you can be seen either way, so.
And Flynn, you're up. So you're going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
There we go. Is that dude awake yet?
Yeah, you can see now, before where his eyes were closed, now you can see they're very clearly open, and they are sapphire blue. There is no iris.
That's creepy. Let's light him up. We're going to go ahead and open up with Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay, and Ray of Enfeeblement. So he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, correct?
I think I need a roll. Here. No, con save.
Makes sense.
Save.
Unfortunately, these guys are stone giants.
Let me see here. His Constitution saving throw is +8. So that is only a 9. So that is 17. Okay, and Ray of Enfeeblement.
It really doesn't come around very often.
Half damage with weapon attacks that use strength.
Oh, my axe is
Oh
good
no!
here.
I do have to make.
Oh.
I do have to make an attack. Then it gets saves. At
Yeah. So go ahead and roll a hit.
So 28 to hit.
28 to hit is definitely a hit. So, okay, cool. All right. So that is. You sure you want to use that spell?
No.
Because you will immediately turn visible.
Why?
It's concentration.
From the stick?
The you're using it from the stack. It still uses your own concentration.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. We'll just guiding bolt.
Guiding bolt. Okay. So we'll use your 28. Go ahead and roll
That's
damage.
right, it's greater invisibility.
Well, even invisible is concentration, but as soon as you cast it.
Well, no, I'm
doesn't
referring
matter.
to hostile action would
No,
break
he'd
it
be
normal.
able to attack.
Yeah.
Would have broken it regardless, but yeah, it's greater, so.
14, 24, 32 damage.
From guiding bolt. What level you cast that?
66. Oh, I was on the wrong level. My bad. Yeah, if it was third level, that would work perfectly. Never mind. That's only 20 damage.
20 damage. Alrighty. A streak of light suddenly illuminates the area to your all's left. You hit this creature straight in the chest. The cascading radiance washes over its body as you hear it go. Thraka.
First, I'm going to use my bonus action to drink out of the.
So you crack the secret compartment on your Squall Eater axe. Imbibe the potion, and your every muscle in your body tenses, and you have that surge of energy that makes you feel invincible.
Cool. I just drank liquid meth. I'm gonna go up and smack that dude in the.
So you're gonna try to run up? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get right up to him.
Yep. And then I'm going to fucking swing at him.
Okay.
Roll
the hit.
I'm gonna pop to get advantage. One of my.
That's a bonus action to do that.
Well, either way. That's gone. Fucking 18.
18 is a hit.
Alright, so it's going to be. So it's going to be 1d8, which is this one plus 7 now. And then I
Yes.
got to roll 2d8 extra. Because of the.
It is a giant.
Yes. So the first d8 is 1.
So that's 8 damage plus 2d8.
So that's going to be an additional 11 damage, and he also has to make a.
So 19 damage.
And he has to make a DC con saving
Yep.
throw or be.
It is, what's
15,
DC? 15, correct? Okay, he has a plus 8 to con, and I rolled a 9, so that is a 15.
So it's.
Oh, that is a 17, but yeah.
Okay, so.
So
I'm
he
gonna pop
does not fall
I'm gonna
prone.
pop action
But
surge.
Nail, okay?
Action surge, swing again. That's definitely a hit. 9 plus 16 is well
Plus
over.
16?
9. Well, 16 plus,
Plus 9, yes. I'm going to say plus 16.
So
Yeah, plus 16
The
to hit.
first D8 plus 7, that's going to be 10. And then 25.
25 total? Alrighty.
And does it knock him even proner?
No, that's only once per round.
Okay.
If it's once per round on a hit, you can knock him prone.
So he's laid out. And
Well, you've hit him twice.
Yeah,
and
then-
he's seems very as you swing right at his leg. The axe, which should just glance right off of the stone skin of this creature, sinks in a few inches with the first hit. It howls in pain You pull the axe out, and as it reaches down, you slash it right across the shoulder. It reels back as blood cascades down its chest. It hefts its club like it's ready to try to smash you in recompense. Parry.
Bring my rifle to bear on him.
Okay, you and roll a hit.
How much damage was that overall?
You did
Let me re-roll with these die.
Fuck.
19 plus 25, so 44.
Yeah, not bad.
A 12 and a 5. If I look.
So natural 20. Very
Yes.
nice.
What's that other die over there? I can't read it.
So that's
17.
Okay, it was a 5.
So 17 plus 24.
plus.
So that's 41 plus.
Where'd this thing go? Oh, 41 plus 6, so that's 47. Thank you.
You hear a cacophony explosion go out, and right above your head, you see a hole get blown out of this creature's side. Where rock falls, you see some exposed rib and muscle and sinew. It cries out in pain as a gallop of blood spurts onto the floor. It grabs a hold of its side, dropping the rock that was in its left hand.
Shoot it again.
Fire again.
Roll a hit.
Right in the nuts.
Get fucked.
Oh, hi.
23.
23 is a hit. Damage, please.
That is 16.
Alrighty. Okay. Perry, you still have a bonus action and a move action. Would you like to use it?
Hello.
Oh shit, I totally forgot about my bonus action. I am going to, well, since I always do it, Hunter's Mark. It's been a while since I've been in a battle.
It has been a little bit since we have actually been in a real fight.
I need to make sure that spell is taken off.
Oh no, when you're ready, hand me your...
Got it on the gun, and I shall grab it right now.
Okay, so that, and you're going to stand right where you are?
Unless I can scoot back a little bit farther
You can go back.
and still see him.
If you go back any further than that, you're not, he's got total cover.
Okay.
Okay, so, rising to its feet, the mound of cloth shifting in the air. This thing begins to stomp forward, electricity glowing out of its eyes and zapping at the air. It gets right up to this point here, turns, and sees the what's happening in front, raises its hand and goes, and rocky spikes appear from the ground.
Can
Roll it.
okay. Can I?
Well, what level are you casting at?
Third.
Okay, roll it.
21 for Arcana.
It goes to cast a spell, and
Quiet spell.
spend the
Spell point?
the spell
As soon as I
point.
get the pile of dice off.
Yep. It cries out in anger and begins to look around frantically. As it screams, you guys can hear more movement coming from around. This particular giant here, you see, does not look exactly as the figure does. It has, as it draws closer, you can see, have several humanoid-sized faces that seem to be protruding out of its chest. It wields no weapons at all, just its hands. And you saw it was literally digging its fingers into the rock itself and breaking off pieces of rock. As it approaches, it goes 5, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to stop right there. And this one is going to go ahead and it is going to swing one time at you, Thraka, and one time at...
I'm gonna pop in Tropic Ward. It has
Arnold.
disadvantage.
Yeah, exactly.
so that is your reaction.
Yes.
Okay, so the attack on you,
One.
Disadvantage.
I rolled 2 19s.
Son of a horse.
So that is a 28 to hit. And Arnos,
Nice.
that is a 23.
That's a hit.
Okay, so The one on you. Okay. Alright. So, on you, that is a... Oh, wow. That's only 14 damage to Thraka. And Arnos, that is 19 damage. Bludgeoning to both.
Okay.
Arnos, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Yeah, I could ever do that.
Plus 3.
That doesn't matter. That's 8 plus. Yeah, most likely failed that one.
Which total?
9. That's a definite no.
9 total?
Yeah.
Your home is being invaded. And you need to defend your home. And these intruders around you need to die.
Is this a charm effect?
Yes, it is.
Okay. That's interesting.
So, nope, because you are within 10 feet of her.
You're right next to me. You can't be charmed.
So,
Hey,
you
fun
feel
fact-
that
Get you
effect grip hold of your mind.
It was
And as
really-
you look at Triswin with murderous rage, suddenly that feeling goes away. Arnos, what are you going to do?
Well, you did save me the trouble of having to banish it with my own action. That's for sure. Right then. I'm gonna just fly up into the monk's face and stab him with the spear. And Slayer's Prey on that one.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and mark Mr. Club overhead with Dealey.
Heal.
The mage.
Just go and do that for that guy.
Well, you did point to... Actually... Damn
So
it.
you're going to move up to him?
Well, I'm already on the guy. I've already called out my action. You're right, I should kill the mage. Crap.
Roll to hit.
Right, hold on. Spear time. And I'm flying in his face, so... at least 5 feet off the ground. That is... Wow. That's a 25 to hit.
That is definitely a hit. Damage, please.
Let me get back to my actions. That's a D6. How many D6s? I need 6s. Oh wait, no. D8. Right. 2-hand on that bad boy. Whoop! Oh, that's pretty decent damage. 17... 18 points of piercing damage.
18. It wouldn't have mattered. It was actually supposed to be a charisma saving throw. Sorry.
Yeah, it actually wouldn't have mattered. It was the same number.
Yeah.
And that does make a lot more sense.
Both of those
Okay.
saves suck.
Those saves are horrible!
That is your first attack. Second
Right.
attack.
Poke him again. I wish they were huge creatures, then I could just climb on his back. But that only works with huge creatures. Not large creatures. Oh, another way I hit him.
Damage?
Can I do that? No, I can't do that twice. That is 13 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
I'll go ahead and shout in Orin. Stand down, Earth Souls, or we're feeding you to the monster beyond the gate. In Orin.
Okay.
Assuming one of them can understand Orin. Or
As
Primordial.
you harry this thing in the face, the spear cuts its cheek. It backs up, raising its stone. You can see its fingers don't move. As it raises it to its face, it backs up. As it goes to swat you away, you manage to stab down, getting its arm as... It gives no response to your threat, though.
Hey.
Rotmir.
Alright, for Rotmir, can we move Roddy up? Sorry, Thundergut up.
That's 5, 10,
So he's able to mark it.
20.
Yeah. And we'll use Unwavering Mark.
Yep.
3 attacks.
So that is his bonus action.
Okay, so he gets 3
3 attacks.
I don't know what his damage is.
Okay.
It's a D8 plus a D6 plus 5.
D8 plus D6 plus 5. Got it.
Well,
I
if
know.
you're rolling all 3 attacks
I
at the
know.
same time,
Damn it.
don't add the
I want to
damage.
do the damage, yeah. Okay.
1's a hit, 2's a hit, and
All
1's an
3 are
11
plus 10.
plus
So 21, 28, and
28.
28.
Hit. Damage, please.
3d6 plus 3d8 plus 15.
I'll do 2d8.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Add some sorcerer into that mix and you become real devastating.
265.
2265.
Okay.
15 plus 15, 30.
Did you add plus 5?
Yeah, 30 plus
1 and 1.
32. Alrighty. As Rotmir comes up with his hammer, smash, smash, smash into this creature. As it still 20 feet tall, this little dwarf just swinging at his feet. Is that it for Rotmir?
I don't know.
Dang, Tristan, what are you doing?
Alright. I'm going to... can I hit it from there?
From where?
From where I am?
Yes, but it would have you're swinging at an odd
So I have to
angle.
move out.
You'd probably want to move out.
Do you two think you... I don't want to have this all bunched. Should I go attack that other one?
Go hit the mage.
Yeah. I'll go hit the mage.
I mean, he told me after I already
Can I
said my
reach it
complete
with
action,
my
I wasn't going to change it, unfortunately.
Go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get right up to him.
Get right up on it, and I'm going to hex it.
Okay, so that is your bonus action.
What do you want against it? Con. Like, please tell me now, because I got to tell him.
Connor Dex, Connor Dex, Connor Dex.
I can do con.
Connor Dex.
Let's do con.
All right, Connor Dex. Go ahead, roll the hit.
Dex, go Dex.
Dex. Fine, Dex.
gotta use your weaker one.
I was like, I could do thunders. I already said con, so you want to just go with con?
Whatever. I was gonna use my.
You said con,
Okay.
so we're gonna go with con.
I'm cool with
I got something for that too.
that. Okay, I do too.
We got answers across the
Roll
board,
it.
so.
My answer is being the shell and the giant slaying axe.
Isn't that literally what that thing is?
It's a giant's axe that hurts giants and knocks them out, knocks them down.
So if I use a
Right.
smite, it's just when I hit
I
it,
can
right?
get my bonus damage ones.
I'm sorry.
When I use a smite, it's just when I hit it, right? That's when it gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you say, smite time!
That is a. That is.
You have advantage.
Oh yeah, I do that.
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
What is it? I can't read
That's
it.
even better. So.
Did it miss
29?
before?
29
Hit
is a
now.
hit.
And
Damage.
That was
7,
7, 5, 3. I'm going to use a smite.
15.
What level smite?
Level 1. Ah, shit. Okay, so it's level 1, and I'm going to do. Give me a d8. No, it's just 2.
It's 2. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
5 and 1.
That's a 7.
No, it's a 1. Oh, no, you're right, it is a 7. Okay.
So 12,
Plus
8, 20, plus bonus.
the 8 is. Oh, no, from that is an additional d6.
No.
No,
What is your strength
your strength
bonus?
My strength bonus is 5.
Plus 2, so 7. So that's 27.
Plus the 7 on the d8 you reroll is 34.
So how tall are these things?
That's a good
Put it
question.
down tall.
15 feet.
20 to
Oh.
25 feet.
No, and a d6 of necrotic.
I'm surprised they're not huge.
6.
That's
Why do you
Big.
some product?
Hex.
So I'm 6'7", so I'm about a quarter of their height. So I'm hitting them in the kneecap, and y'all are literally hitting them in the ankles.
I'm hitting it in the face with my magical
And it is
dick.
hex. Okay, so.
Roll. Roll your. Are you attacking again or no?
Yes.
I like how it threatened to shove your rifle up your butt if it blew up last time and it blew them up instead. It's like the rifle knows. It's like, I don't want to go up there.
That is.
That's where things are
9.
stashed.
21.
21.
21 is a hit.
18 damage plus modifier. So 25 damage.
TLC
Yeah.
beware the paladin.
Alrighty. This one. That's all your actions. Okay, so coming back around, it is now the giant's turn. So, first off, this giant here is going to try to splat Thraka twice, hefting his great club. First attack on Thraka, that is a 16.
No.
Second attack on Thraka, that is a 24.
Yes.
Okay. Thraka, that is 18 points of bludgeoning damage. As he smashes it into you. He manages to just get you with the edge of it. It cracks you in the side. You bounce against the column next to you. Pain radiating out through your body. Oh, God! You see this one turn, move up to here, and it is going to take the stone that's in its hand and it's going to throw it at you.
And I guess these didn't provide weapons for it.
That is a 19 to hit.
Nope.
You just managed to duck as this thing smashes against the column next to you, cracking the column, and then smashes to the ground behind you. Thing probably weighed 700-800 pounds.
Good thing you missed.
So that is those two. Those two
Slam that
actions.
damn meteor.
Flynn, we're back to you.
Alrighty then. Can I see between the columns there?
Oh, which one? You
The
mean
column
here in
above?
between here? Yeah.
Alright, so we are going to go ahead and toss a quickened and quiet guided bolt into somebody's nuts. That. 26.
That is a hit. Damage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Which one's nuts?
The mage. 20. 20 is the number of the day. Then we're going to run over and shoot a lightning bolt from the staff through those two assholes.
On which one?
Right up to the window.
Up to there.
Zap, zap.
Okay. So that is a dexterity saving throw to both.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, natural 19 is definitely a pass, and a 14 is a fail. So the one with the rock failed, the one fighting Thraka passed. So damage, please.
1 second.
The one without a rock is he threw it.
Well, I mean the model.
Yeah. But don't forget he missed.
He did miss.
Just like me playing baseball.
Where did they hit? 6.
Yeah. So far, we've been rolling pretty spectacularly
20.
2 hits. So, we
32.
don't know the low end of
32?
missing.
Yep.
Or the high end of missing.
So 16 to that one, and 32 to that one.
It's been about 2 weeks without combat. We gotta get certain frustration out.
Do I have any movement left?
And their dangly bits are like the speed back
I
range.
don't know if you were
Yeah,
here.
5 more feet.
Yeah.
Back at 5. Where's the middle?
Right here? Yeah.
Yes.
And that's going to do that one.
I got the magic stick.
Yes, you do.
Polymorph
Just
into a
don't get
giant
tased by it.
No, polymorph into a giant
Right, do you have that one?
speed back
No,
range.
I have the staffing power.
Oh, okay. Right, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Oh god, smack the shit out
Rocco,
of
we
someone.
are over to you now.
It's much better in lightning bolt.
Alright. I'm gonna
I
pop
have to use
advantage.
charges to do that.
But it has a limited
So you're
number
going
of
to use a
lightning
bonus
bolts,
action
so-
to pop your advantage?
And I get 5 health back.
I
Yes,
do
you do?
6.
Well, no, you get 5 temporary hit points. You don't
Yeah.
heal. Just keep the 5 temporary hit points in mind.
Did I give you that same
20.
one before, dude?
20 is a hit. No, you didn't.
So,
I marked it on the
nat 20?
Natural 20?
Yes.
Damage?
So, 7 plus 3d8. So I'll just roll this again. So
No, it's 15 plus 2d8.
You maxed the first time.
You max the first die. Then roll another die again. 15 plus a d8.
8.
So it's 23. Now 2d8.
13.
So 38 damage. Okay. And the first casualty.
And he got fucked up.
As that one just, you take the axe as he falls to his knees. You take your axe in both hands, and well, it has to be both hands. Oh yeah, you should be rolling d10s.
Okay, Mark.
Oh.
Did you
You
roll
hit him
d8s?
straight in the chest.
Oh, he's super fucked then.
No, just for your main weapon damage.
Yeah.
Remember, it's a battle axe, but it has to be wielded in 2 hands, so it's a d10.
So I was missing out on some damage there.
Yeah,
but,
potentially.
Potential damage.
Right there to over next to Flynn. Right.
Right here.
No!
Yeah, right there.
Get away from
Right
me!
there. Okay.
Well, the giants can't really move past us, so...
Get away
Okay.
from me!
Well,
No.
I suppose they can.
I just chunked the fuck out of a giant.
Well, unless they start melting
Okay,
through.
Perry, we are over to you now.
Can I see the one throwing the rocks? Or through rock?
Yes, you can.
Then for my bonus action, I'll move my hunter's mark.
That's mine.
There's no mighty cleave or any narration from the Natch 20.
Not that
He
one.
did. You split his skull with an axe.
I just like his narration sometimes.
Well, this one you got right in the chest, pulled it out, and he just fell backwards.
Do I think that adamantine bullets would be useful?
I don't know what's in your mind.
Wow.
I'm not a mind reader. You can certainly try.
Yeah, well, I meant like, well, yeah, why not? Reload with the adamantine bullets.
Okay.
Stone skin fucking giants.
I'll tell you what's on his mind like 100% of the time. Boobs, 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 shot, boobs, 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 gun, boobs, boobs.
Right. There we go.
Not wrong. He did get stabbed for trying to get laid.
Oh, that's inanimate objects.
You stop picking on
So,
my
yeah, I fired him.
Pick on my-
Reload and fire.
Whoa. Okay.
25?
Call that a hit.
25 is definitely a hit. Damage, please.
Alright, that is 10, 6, 22 damage.
Alrighty. As you take aim and fire again, this one hits right against its shoulder, and you see bits of rock get thrown off. It's like, "Oof," then it looks straight at you.
I shit!
Are you gonna move it all or no?
Since he's farther back, can I move back farther and still?
If you move too much further back, you're gonna pull them out of your line of sight. How much further back do you want to go?
Just on the edge of line of sight.
Not like you need
Let's
to
go
worry
another
too much.
10
You've got
feet
me
back.
and Rotmere.
So right now you're 20 feet from there, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll to maintain battle integrity.
So I'm gonna put right here. You're 4 squares away from the edge of the board, okay?
Okay.
So now it is this one's turn. So this one is going to turn, and it takes its little club and smashes it on the ground. As it does, a cacophonous explosion goes out in a cone in front of it.
Which one? The one.
The wizard.
Wizard. Okay.
I need a Constitution saving throw from Triswin, Thraka, Flynn, and let me see the range.
Yeah, might as well be all of us.
Except for the guy who ran down the corridor.
Yeah, right.
Nope. It's only gonna get those.
Thank God.
Thraka. Don't worry about it.
That was it, Adam.
I was going to say
No,
17
so Constitution saving throw.
17 plus 2
19
is
plus.
19. Can I just give her my roll?
Nope.
She's got a better save than you
For con?
We both have plus 2 on con.
do. How do I have a better con save than you people?
That's not
That's
ours.
this proficiency.
I was
Roll 19
Five.
now.
It's 11.
28.
Our sorcerer's
28
con
and-
charisma?
12.
12?
I rolled a 4.
Okay, so
That makes
I rolled 19.
I thought they were charisma wisdom.
It depends on the source.
so
Oh.
you are not pushed, but you do take 21 points of
Ow.
force damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Or my spell.
Your spell for your invisibility.
24.
24,
And, sorry, 25.
and that is 42 points of damage to you, and you are pushed back 10 feet.
So 42.
5, 10.
Oh shit, like Eartha got launched.
Alrighty. Everyone hears that thunderous. Your ears hurt from that just echoing explosion in this still relatively large area, but just the pressure of that explosion. And then this one is gonna move back. Alright, and now it is these guys' turns. And now this one is gonna move. He's gonna move right there, and he's gonna take both of his attack. As Rotmere has its attention, this thing is just gonna go after Rotmere.
Did it just move out
But-
of the cow space?
No, it didn't. It's still within my
I need
reach.
to make a charisma saving throw, please.
Let's say stand.
Oh shit.
Before that happens, I should have had Rotmere do this on
Okay.
his turn.
Charisma.
Yep.
Who was casting that spell?
Oh, I'm closer to him. Am I
No,
within
you're
10
not
feet?
within 10 feet.
Dang.
Well, let's see when we rolling this.
That's a 19.
19. You same as Arnos before. You feel that murderous rage against your allies, but he shakes it off. Like, no, you're my friends.
You're
This one is indeed going to attack Rotmir, since Rotmir, that would have been on Rotmir's turn. Rotmir, that is a 25 and a 18.
No.
The first one, yes. Second one, no.
Can he just warning over himself?
No.
I'm
No,
sorry,
it's only
a
gets
19.
out.
I don't think 19 hits though.
No.
Okay.
Eat himself
So
out.
that is.
Because he's got the.
Okay, so remember, this is gonna be 3 points of damage off of this because he has heavy weapon man or heavy armor master.
Yeah.
That is 21, so 18 points of damage to him. And I need a Constitution saving throw, please. As this thing slaps him with its immovable stone fingers.
Alright, that's a 28.
28? Okay. The skin, every bit of exposed flesh that this creature just mashes its hand into, he can feel it begin to tighten and turn. He turns his neck and flexes the muscles in his neck, and he feels bits of shale fall from where it touched him. But he is unaffected. Now it is this one's turn. And this one is going to move up to right here. And that one is going to reach out and attempt to touch Arnos twice.
Oh, I'm
Touch.
so sorry. It's touching.
Oh, so the first one, it goes to touch you and just smashes on the floor in front of you. The second one comes and it tries to get you again as it's trying to reach past its friend. That is a 15.
That's a miss.
You jump out of the way again. As this
That
one
was
time
much
it comes much closer and it drags back. As it drags its hand back along the ground, its fingers leaving divots in the stone. As it Arnos, I need another Christmas saving throw from you, please.
Wonderful.
You're not within range.
No, no. That is only a 12.
That is only a 12. You feel the murderous rage. This time, you don't feel it from this one. You feel the effect from this one.
Despite the fact that it missed me.
This doesn't seem to be something that needs to be hit.
It's an aura.
So
My turn.
it is. This happens to be.
And I'm not doing. And I'm not going to defend
You
the round
just-
because
No! And you use your action to
internal
break
internal focus.
it. Okay.
Triswin, we might need you over here.
You still have a bonus action.
What can I do with my bonus action? Nothing useful.
Okay.
Nothing useful.
Rotmir,
I'll go ahead and leave
I
it for
need
now. I've
another
got
charisma
nothing
saving
right
throw
now.
from him, please.
Can't you attack as a bonus?
No, only if I have attacked.
Yes.
But I used
Yeah,
my
you can
action to
only
say
use martial
screw
arts
you
if
to
you
the
are.
aura. It's the one
And it's a
downside to it.
5.
5. Rotmir turns, looks at Arnos, and swings at him 3 times.
Probably should have gone with the patient defense. Yeah, think about it. Oh well. Too late.
Okay.
That's what I get for completely
He
forgetting my
has
bonus
plus
actions.
10 to hit, correct?
So which means he's got.
So 22,
That's a hit.
17,
That's a miss.
12.
That's a miss.
Damn.
That's also a plus 5.
Yep. So that is
A dude.
16 points of damage. And he turns to you, and Rotmir is going to take a step back and stand with his allies.
If I'm,
Tristan,
I have a question about that. If I'm within range, does it just like dissipate on it? Let's find out. Move up where he was then. Okay.
5, 10, 15, right here, directly where he was?
Yeah.
Okay.
That does put Rotmir within range of it.
It's right there. First attack. $16.
16 is a miss. Your hammer.
Finally missed.
You swing and you connect with it. I mean, you don't miss. You connect with
It
this
just
thing, but it
doesn't
doesn't
actually
seem to
touch.
follow through. You don't feel any. You just feel full resistance against your blow.
God damn you, motherfucker.
20.
That's a 20.
A 20 is a hit.
So So that is the
12 plus modifier.
Which is an H.
20.
20.
20 points damage?
Yeah.
Alright, any other actions from you?
I can't move my hex, can I? Not unless it dies.
No, not until it dies. That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, we are back to the giants. The only one still left living. And this one goes to Rotmir, then sees it attack Arnos. Moves up right here, and it's going to swing past at Trishman twice with its own club.
Google said GM discretion doesn't expressly say that it does.
What?
On the removing of the charm.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know. That
Yeah,
is against Trishman, that is a 21,
Yes.
and that is an 18.
No.
Okay. So with the 21, that is 24 points of bludgeoning damage. As it connect, once again, you see the club coming, and you swing it as hard as you can with your own hammer, barely knocking its club out of the way. But that jarring sensation, that vibration runs through your entire body. Oh, it hurts so bad. Flynn, we're back to you.
Yes, fireball.
Where?
Catch the two giants, but not catch Rotmir.
Oh, you mean back here?
Yeah.
Okay, so it explodes. I need a dexterity saving throw from both Dreamwalkers. Wow. Okay. And this is from you or the staff?
Me.
Okay.
Same DC.
The staff is 18, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm 18 too. I did
Thought
drop
you were
from
19.
onto the War Mage.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, you dropped down to 18. That's right. Okay, so damage?
That is a shit ton.
So 24? 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 40? Nice.
34.
34?
34 plus.
Oh, okay.
10.
So, let me add
I
that
mean,
back.
I'll take 40 if you'll give it to me. But it's not actually possible.
Oh, that drops that one down to there.
Did you roll all sixes
You
on
roll
that
a
group?
ton of sixes, yeah.
Is that
5
what that
out
was?
of
Yeah.
5 out of 8 sixes.
You still have a move action and a bonus action.
Move me over to the corner.
Right here?
Yeah,
Or-
so I can see that ass hat.
Okay. As you look down there, you actually don't see him right here.
Okay, so move me further down the hallway.
Okay, you go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 is as far as you can get currently.
Can I run as a bonus?
No. Not unless you're a rogue.
Or a monk.
Or a monk.
And a monk has to spend
Yeah,
a
monk
resource
has
for
to
it.
keep one to do it.
Yeah.
Thraka, we're over to you. Perry, you're on deck.
Popping bandage again, and
What are you doing? You're not adjacent to anybody.
run up to the dude with the wiener ring.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
5, 10.
And I rolled a 12 natural and a 20 natural, so I'll take a 20 natural.
Yep, natural 20.
With Samurai!
So D10 is maxed
So
out. Right?
the D10 is max. Roll another D10.
That thing has an extra 2d8 on crits.
This one right
Oh
here?
no, it's because he's attacking giants.
This thing right here?
It's the giant eater.
3?
So 13 plus your strength bonus of 5
It's 7 with the
With the axe.
with 7. So
20.
20, and now roll the 2d8.
6.
So 26.
Lesson.
Alrighty.
And then he takes a DC
Yep,
15
he does have to
con
make a DC 50 con save. Natural 20. It's gonna be hard for him to fail the con save, but it's there.
save. And it's possible for him to get
Yeah, it is possible for you to knock him down. And that's it. That's your bonus, your move, and your. You still have movement if you want to take it, but if you move out, you're gonna provoke an attack of opportunity.
I'm right here.
All right, Perry.
I am going. Can I see him?
See who?
Man, I am
The guy I was shooting at before?
Now you'd have to move up to see him.
I move up to see him.
Okay, so you're gonna move up 10 feet. So that's gonna put you 2 away.
And then I fire at him.
You got one more round in the chamber. Go ahead.
I haven't done that much damage.
Natural 1. So those 2d8 is what you're taking damage.
Yeah.
Well,
And
at
that's
least
fire
your
damage.
sucked.
Plus my.
Nope, just a straight d8.
Oh, okay.
Just a 2d8.
At least the damage
Okay,
sucked.
so you still have the rest of your move action if you like to take it, and it's going to take you an action to try to fix your weapon out of combat. Remember, natural 1, you cannot fix it in combat.
I'm gonna step back and pop action surge and fix
Okay.
it.
Well, you can't fix it in combat.
Oh,
Remember,
that's
natural
right.
1.
Then I'm going to
You still have the crossbow if you like.
switch to the crossbow and fire.
Okay, and you could actually do that with the crossbow. Go ahead. Remember the crossbow, it's only once per round, sadly.
Oh, that is also a plus 24.
24 is definitely a hit. Damage, please.
That is 10 damage piercing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like,
the levels of us
I was like,
mortals.
what about your hunter's mark? Oh, different target.
Yeah.
No, actually, it's the same target.
Are you attacking
Oh, yeah.
this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you wouldn't have had to move up at all.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
16 damage.
Okay, so how much extra? 6? 6
yeah,
more?
6. Yeah.
He rolled very well. Let that down.
All right.
All right. So now it is this one's
Oh
turn.
crap! I missed out on my sneak attack damage.
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to run up, and I want to head.
Oh, well.
So that's 4, 5,
direction.
6. That is as far as you can get.
Okay.
Okay. You see the wizard come out and stop right here. And right here on right here on Arnos, he is, I need Arnos, Thraka, Rotmir, and Perry to all roll
Is that a
Constitution
spell?
saving throws. It is.
Alright, cool.
That's
This
great.
Nope.
This is the first time I've got to do
Hard
this.
no.
But take
Dude.
one of my slots.
What?
5th level
It's a
counter
crap
spell,
save.
'cause I cast
And I keep
everything
Roll
rolling.
it.
What?
what do I roll?
You roll an Arcana check.
Ooh, that's a higher than 5th level spell. Ooh, ouchie.
Huh?
Well, hold on.
17 plus 5 is 23.
23. So, never mind.
Sweet.
Okay, man.
Hey, I'm full of flint!
And that's going to end his turn.
Hey,
Now it's going to be these.
you saved me. I already fucking failed it.
Rock is
He
like,
has
I watched him
disadvantage
do
on
this.
con.
Okay, I'll remember that next time. Okay,
This
Arnos.
You
Yep.
googled.
The one with the spear is continuing to try to smack you.
Right then.
You googled.
First one is a 15.
Miss.
Well, once again, it manages. Bam! Right as you jump away, you realize you jumped too high as he rolled a natural 19 on the second attack. And he swats you up against the wall. That is going to be. And I need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
I have to use counter
20.
spell for the first
That
Nat
is-
20, nope.
Oh, that is 26. As you hit the wall and fall down, as you guys see him fall, you see white shale just cascade off of his feathers and hit the ground, breaking on the floor. See, the
said-
one in front of you that
26.
26. It sees you turn and counterspell its friend. It turns, looks directly at you, and goes to smash you twice. That is,
Do we have control over?
you don't know. We'll get to that. That is a 23 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, and a 31.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would think so.
I was like, 'cause we could have done something.
Sure, if you want to use your unwavering mark.
No, it would be warding,
Warding maneuver.
No, that's what I mean. The warding maneuver for the D8, if you want to try to throw that at the 23,
Yes.
So
You wanna
we
do
get
it?
off of him?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
roll it.
Okay, so.
Trust me, you wanna do this. D8.
D8.
What's your AC?
20.
20. So you need to roll a 4 or better.
Everybody lean in.
Everybody's like,
Right as this hand, you see this hand coming down. Right as you're flat-footed and smiling as you finally counterspelled somebody, you turn and look, and that hand is inches away from your face. And as you close your eyes, you hear a metallic BRANK! And you see the dwarf is jumped through the air, taking a shield and smashed it into its hand, throwing its hand off course. It Boof! Hits the ground, looks over at Rotmir, and then backhands you with a 32. I rolled max damage. That is 32 points of damage.
Okay.
So I said you, Adam. That's just with one attack. So
Yeah,
this,
no.
very good that missed with the other one. You see Rotmir, while Rotmir seems to be under his own control, you still see that hatred in his eyes.
So do we leave that red on him?
Yep, Arnos. Oh, speaking of which, I need to do this
Completely
too.
forgot that much. Well, I didn't forget.
I need to do this too as
I don't know
well.
what to
Sorry.
use.
You've noticed Arnos has that same...
Ah, shit.
What?
you seem to be acting on your own volition, but you still seem to be filled with rage.
Oh, well, that's perfect, because I was going to cast a spell that takes a bonus action anyway.
Oh, wait, no, you used your ability. Never mind. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah, I did.
Yeah, never
I
mind.
said, fuck that.
So you auto-pass that.
Let's see.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead, and I'm going to take a quick step. No, I'll stab the fuck out of this guy.
No, just stab him. Stab him.
Out of which guy?
The guy I've got marked there. Need to see
Okay,
if I-
this one right here?
See if I can
Okay.
assist in finishing him off.
I don't care. I got the counter spell. Something got bolt flame.
Yeah, no, right?
Virtual.
The one that you're attacking,
Whoa!
I mean, it's
That's
taking
fine.
some damage, but it doesn't seem like it's taking a lot of damage.
Natural 18, so I'm
That is
assuming that's a
definitely
hit. Don't do that, jackass. Roll off the 18 onto a 4 when I bump it. Let's see, that's 8, 13 plus 5, 18,
18
points of
damage?
piercing damage.
Alright.
Next attack. Well, I don't need that anyway, so I'll grab it in a moment. Oh crap, I did need that. That was the D8. I needed the D8. No, I have got a D8, it's just inconvenient that I dropped the D8.
Okay.
That is a nat 1, I missed shit.
And so happy that you managed to stick this thing and you got almost into its eye. You celebrate for just a moment and it backhands you away. You barely catch yourself in the air as your wings lashing out still manage to stay airborne.
I will go ahead. I'm going to take a step back.
Okay.
So you are okay. You will
I
roll an
assume-
attack of opportunity.
I was operating under the assumption that I probably was.
Okay. That is a 20 even.
Okay, that's a hit.
That is a hit. And Rotmir is too far away and he already used his reaction. So Arnos. Oh, okay. See, I can roll bad on damage. That is 13.
Ow.
You rolled bad.
You rolled a 14
There was
before.
2 ones in that.
I've seen you roll bad. It's usually against me.
Thunder Gut followed by Twistling.
I have a bonus action.
Oh, yes.
I'm dropping Healing Spirit on top of Thraka.
Okay.
And let me double check on what exactly it does initially.
Oh, you mean the spell, right?
Yeah, bonus action.
Okay.
Healing Spirit. There's now a white raven flying around your head, just kind of hovering there.
Creepy.
Whee!
Is it
Just
swingers out?
mention, like,
No,
he's got
no, it is not horny.
Oh my god.
Because I've seen horny.
Whenever you or a creature you can see moves into the spirit space for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, you can cause the sports.
So, starting with Rotmir, or Thunder Gut, it's a 5-foot cube, right?
Yeah, whoops. Okay, the cast.
Okay, so it's a 5-foot
There
cube.
we go.
Okay, so never mind. 5-foot cube. So it does not affect Rotmir.
It's gonna heal the rock.
So, Thunder Gut.
Okay. So.
Dog anything?
Which
On
one
your
was the one that
turn.
just attacked?
As long as you start your turn in its square, D6.
This one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'll attack that one.
Appropriately.
Go ahead.
For a Birdman.
Right?
Can we do unwavering? I should probably
Bird cast bird.
Bird cast bird.
The
They're
unwavering mark
proliferating.
did cancel out because
Yeah. It only lasts
Too bad it's only
until the next
1d6 with
turn,
no bonuses,
so
but yeah.
that's what it says.
Go ahead.
Unless till next turn, but I'll do it on him. So 3, right?
Yep.
Wait, here.
Right. Hit, and plus 10,
19,
19.
29, 28,
hit.
and that is
3d6 plus 3d8 plus 15.
Okay, so I'm just gonna roll a d8 again. Shit.
Whose turn is it on?
6,
10,
10.
14.
There's Tristman's. Yours is coming up real
You
soon.
got it?
Plus 1. 22,
Plus
37 damage.
37 total?
Yes.
Now this one is looking like it has seen better days. You see its hands, the thick coating of almost calcium-like deposits on its hands breaking loose. Oh, by the way, I need a Constitution saving throw real quick.
For me?
Yep.
Plus 3.
11?
11 total?
Is that plus the 3?
Yeah.
Okay, you
Actually,
are...
hold on. It's 14 because no, and then 15.
15?
Yeah. Because of all the bonuses.
Okay. With the 15, you are currently slowed as that your body is coated in a thin coating of white shale that seems to be bonding to your flesh. So you are currently slowed. Rotmir, are you moving or no?
Do we want him to move?
Nope.
He's honestly quite fine where he is.
Yeah.
Crispin.
Then
Too bad. Throck is kind of where he needs to be, but there's no
potion
need to
of
swap
spirit.
places.
Heal myself. I'm gonna drink that.
Okay, roll your 8d4.
Do we have a healing sword? Let me double check
Yes, that's
that.
our own. That's our last superior one. After this, we have.
No, I can't remember if I have any on me.
Roll it.
I don't know. We do
No,
usually have
d4.
them.
8d4.
Ah, D4s. Sorry. I need D4s.
It's not looking like I
So
do.
I'm gonna have 2 out of
Just roll 2. Just roll them 4
I'll
times.
be right back. 1 second.
You want 4 more?
2 more.
Remember, it's going to be plus 8.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we got 4, 8,
24, 32.
32. Did you do the plus 8?
Yes.
Okay, so 32.
So 32 hit points
Okay,
to
these are
Tristan.
These are mine.
Mine are blue.
Yours are these. Sorry. And these are yours.
Okay, is that all you're doing, Tristan?
That is on full action, right?
To pull it out and imbibe it, yes, is a
Bonus
action.
draw, standard drink.
And that was 32. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we're back at the top of the round. The last of these remaining giants. What is this one going to do? That one is going to go ahead and it's going to use its club to try to just batter Rotmir out of there. It's actually going to finally do this attack. Okay, Rotmir, that is a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, Rotmir, I need a strength saving throw, please. 18. And that's going to be a total of 21 damage with his -3, okay?
That's his pass.
That's a 29.
29?
Right.
This thing tries to golf club swing to knock him away from itself, but he manages. He takes his shield and braces against the impact. You hear a sickening crunch as wood splinters against his shield, but the dwarf is still standing right where he was. And that is the last of the regular giants
Well, he
for
does weigh kind
now.
of a lot.
Flynn.
Yeah.
Quicken Fireball. Rinse and repeat in the previous location. Location.
And you cast the second fireball out of what?
Quicken for me.
No, the first one's quick, and what's the second
I'm
fireball?
not casting a second Fireball. I'm
Oh, okay.
giving Staff a Lightning Bolt.
Okay. And I need dexterity saving throws. Okay.
28.
28. The one that is marked currently is looking very bad as flame begins to actually burn part of its exposed flesh now as it
Right.
cries out in pain.
Man, damn giants have dex saves they're making. Move me up so I can Lightning Bolt the wizard and the other asshole.
Let's see. 1, 2,
Towards
3.
me.
Oh, towards you?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
I'm
So
shooting
right,
between
right
them.
here? Oops, I think that was right there. My bad.
Back me up a little bit.
Back you up. Wait, right here?
Yeah.
Alright, you should be able to. Got it.
Can I pull that off?
I'd say you can pull that off.
I'll say there's line of sight, 40k wise at least.
Yeah, right. Well, get the laser. The laser pointer out.
Okay, so 2 dex saving throws. Okay.
I can see the line of sight.
6,
Yeah.
12.
Oh, this one's dead. Whew.
Alright.
Okay.
Instead then?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Need to get some of those tiny batteries.
30.
Someone needs a
42.
42?
No, I don't need it. It's out. No,
It's the Staff
it's
of
no
Power!
surprise. It happens.
Okay. It shoots level 5 lightning bolts.
Thraka, you're up, followed by Perry.
Yeah, and you get healed. Ah, 1 fucking hit point.
It's better than none fucking hit points.
True, but that's still depressing.
My magic stick is lightening up the mood.
That is one way.
I'm
way
gonna
to
pop
put
my
it.
last fucking advantage thing and get 5 temporary hit points.
Did my lightning bolt look effective?
It did against the first one. The second one seemed to do nothing at all.
So
Lightning
19
problem with
plus
those glowy eyes are.
9 is.
Hit.
Is attuned to air as
I'm
well
going
as
to
stone.
pop my once a day thing where I get an additional weapons die
Okay. So roll 2d10 plus 2d8.
plus 7. So 2d10. So this thing and this thing. So that's a 10 and a 1.
So 11
And then plus a 7 is going to be 18
plus 2d8.
plus 2.
Oh, whoever makes the next attack against the wizard still has
6 plus
Nobody's
4.
screwing up.
No, she did.
11 plus 7 is
After I hit
18.
it with the second guiding bolt?
Yeah.
You just saying that more?
Yeah.
How much?
Plus.
So there's
18
still
plus
advantage to be
14
had.
is 32.
32.
Yeah, you should have 2 of my level 1s over there.
Finally, one of them's dead. That's good.
Get fucked, mate!
Yeah, the giant pile of events.
I only have one level 1.
Really?
Only one level 1. That's all I got.
So I only got 2.
Did you drop one?
I don't think so.
1.
So that's number 2.
No, I have 2.
Yeah, there we go.
It's number 2 of
2
wax.
lightning bolts.
Okay.
It's the only level 1 spell I have.
That it for you, Draka?
Yeah, I'm staying right where I'm at.
Perry, you're up.
I hope everyone doesn't hate me. I got an idea. Maybe.
We already hate you.
I'm gonna run off this way. And I'm gonna go looking for
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Oh, you gotta go look
30.
for the thing.
the dash as a bonus.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
I
30.
contemplated that. The only problem is
Yeah.
that
You
with
gonna
that
keep-
is the
you gonna
same thing
dash
with the
again?
video game.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking for where that thing might be kept.
As you come around this corner,
Ah, shit.
see down the hall, there is a giant with a shield and a huge spear that he's holding at the ready. As soon as you come screeching around the corner, well, no, he's about 80 feet away from you. As you come screeching around the corner, he just lowers himself a bit.
Oh, maybe not.
And it is a
Bye.
straight tunnel.
There's. I take it that's where everything's kept then.
Well,
Then I go back the rest of my movement.
Yeah, it'll
go
take the
back.
rest. By the time you get to the rest of your movement, you're going to get back to about right here.
That's literally the problem with ever
That's gonna take
running
you
through the
3.
instance in any video game. You're gonna proc all the enemies.
You're going to aggro everything and bring it all back.
Change the zone! Change the zone!
Okay.
Oh, I miss doing that run before people plus one.
Okay, you all hear a cacophonous crack. And this guy disappears from there and reappears right here.
Is that
Oh, thank you, baby.
spell?
It is.
Thank you!
Yeah.
You say that.
Roll it.
That's the stupid beat.
At this point, I'm assuming he did Thunderstep.
Yeah, it is a thunderstep.
17 plus.
You can see
Okay.
this.
You're rolling so good. I need you to make sure other people have seen your dice rolls. Because you haven't rolled below a 15 this entire fight.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to come up right here instead. And he's going to swing at you twice.
Okay.
That is a 27 and a 26.
Yes.
Did we do some?
This
That
is
is
You just roll them over here
27
in front
points
of
of
the mic.
damage, and that is 15 points of damage. So that is 43 points of damage.
Ow. He's out.
And it is now the Stone Touch.
Aren't you? Wow, you got a lot of health.
10 HP.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to stay right there.
Don't blame me, Dave. Blame her dice.
And
Well,
he
guys, I can't
is
roll
going to
this shit.
swing at you
I'm
twice.
soaking up all her luck.
The only one that's this one right here. The one with the spear. That is a 23 and a 19.
23 hits.
See, you can't blame my dice because I depend on your luck, David.
That
All my spells
is-
are saves.
25 points of bludgeoning damage. As it... Oh, and I need a Constitution saving throw. Oh, and I actually do need a Charisma saving throw. but it's never going to matter, so I'm not going to have you do it. Because it will literally never matter.
Charisma save, auto pass. Charisma save, auto pass.
Well, no, it's not that she auto passes, it's just not affected by it.
I know.
So she can still fail, but then she's never affected by it anyway.
I did roll beneath the
12
15.
plus.
It was on that con save,
No.
remember? I got slowed.
20. 20.
No, you still rolled a 17 or 16 on that.
I wouldn't care.
You only failed by 1 point.
I know it isn't.
That's because it was a 12, but with all the bonuses.
The one time my dice like me.
Still roll below
20.
10.
20? Okay.
Yes, 12
Well, I did roll a
plus
12.
5 was 0.
Arnos.
Right then. La, 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 la. I'll leave that spell there.
That's awesome.
You gonna move
One
it
of them,
or no?
does one, guess stay right there. I'm gonna use my bow. Oh, which one? Does one of these guys still have guiding bolt on it?
Yeah,
yes,
the
the wizard is glowing very brightly.
And it has
Normal
disadvantage
damage.
on con.
Oh wait, that guy's dead. I don't have that damage. So.
Not that it matters.
I'm out of counter spells.
Oh, no, I'll go ahead and put my. I'll go ahead and put my mark on the mage. Why not? Get another-
Okay, I got you right here.
And advantage. Hold on, I'm gonna grab another die. Sorry.
No way.
That's a natural 18. I believe
That is a hit.
That is 8, 13. God damn actions. Come here.
You know,
Plus
stealth squad would
13 plus 17
17.
points of piercing damage.
The wizard is not looking too good as this
And
arrow
next attack.
streaks out and catches the only fleshy part of his face, his eye.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
suck it up. No, just like a samurai. I can
Second
put-
attack?
Next one goes in the other eye. That's a natural 15
That is
for
definitely a hit.
9 points of damage.
Okay, it doesn't go in his other eye, but as he raises up, the other one hits him straight in the hand, and he
I pin his hand to his face.
Right there.
well, the arrow's literally not long enough to do that.
It would be awesome.
Yeah,
go
it is
through
a
his
short.
hand.
It is a
Yeah.
short bow arrow. So.
That's it for Arnos.
Yeah, I'm not moving.
Thunder Gut, followed by
I'll
Tristan.
back up. I'll back up. I'll go ahead and back up.
Keep the mage!
Yeah, I'll have him attack the mage.
Yeah, I can't counter spell anymore.
Who? Robner? Okay, so Robner's going to turn in and attack the mage. Roll to hit.
3 or 2?
He has 3 attacks.
Okay, so.
It's 3 base. You gotta roll the damage separate.
Fighter's the only.
I got out another D8.
Oh,
Damn
that
well,
sucks.
well, you can't roll all of the attacks and all the damage dice together.
Ah, fine.
You have to
Dice
reroll all the
match.
damage dice. You have to reroll all the damage dice.
Well, one's gonna miss.
One's gonna miss, and then I've got
21 and...
a 6 and a 26.
Hit, miss. So on the 2, go and roll your damage.
They put some really low numbers on either side of both
16.
high numbers of all the
Plus
numbers.
2d6.
Yeah, that's one. He's got
Plus
14 extra.
2d6?
Yeah, he's got gold damage.
But it never manages to roll off 20 on a
22.
14, ever.
22. The wizard is not looking good at all. Triswin.
Hit it in the shaft.
Okay. You want me to go after the wizard or that one?
Keep the mage!
Get the
Okay.
mage.
Can I move to go right in front of Thraka?
So you're going to move right in front of Thraka, provoking attack of opportunity from this guy.
Unfortunately.
This is a natural 20.
Night.
So that is
Yep.
16, that is 24, 30 plus 7, 44, 49 points of bludgeoning damage as it. I need a Constitution saving throw from you,
I'm
please.
out.
I still need a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, no, I'm still.
Oh, and Ramen, or Thraka, a Constitution saving throw, please. For your slow.
Okay.
Where are you? Jesus. Where? Oh, there you are.
19?
Plus.
You're fine.
9 plus 4.
That shale
15.
breaks loose off of your body.
Well,
Okay,
okay,
so you're still affected by slow. Is that it for you, Tristan?
Yeah.
Alright, that ends that. This guy's last thing of attacks. He...
So we're at that point.
So you went down, so he's going to swing past you and go after Thraka.
So I'm actually down behind Thraka.
Yep,
technically.
which is going to put... So you are able to warding maneuver one of these attacks if you like.
Against Thraka?
Mm-hmm.
See what they look like.
25 and 22.
Hit.
So
Could we?
You can do the 22 easy.
so we'll do the 20. So 25 hit or 20 and then 22.
Yeah.
Well, your dice, you got to roll a 3 or better.
3 or better.
Your AC's 20, right? So 3 or better.
Good.
5.
Okay, so that's 1 hit.
Good thing you did that.
Okay, that's from pretty
Morning
bad damage.
maneuvers.
That is 12 damage.
Okay, so I'll go down. Well, actually, no, I'm down to 2.
Yeah, you should still have your you have your
My
temporary hit points. Yeah. So you're still up. You're down. It's not going to move because Rotner's still there. So Flynn followed by Thraka.
Trading in for level 3.
Kyle, can you move me
2,
behind
3,
Thraka?
4, 5.
Where
Okay.
are you? I don't know where you
Right
are.
there.
Oh, yeah.
And what are you doing?
Over here?
Fireball.
You're gonna
behind
provoke.
The mage and the other
that's
dude.
where I
Okay.
fell.
So
Oh.
I'm going to remove the mage because he's only got 3 hit points left.
Oh, well, that's perfect.
And that is a 17.
I wasn't
so
expecting
that's
it
a
to be
fail on
right
that.
there.
So the tally of kills is Flynn 1, Rocket 2.
Yeah.
That's the right
23.
amount of poop pants.
23?
Carry 1. Everybody else 0.
Alright.
You too. You
Anything
should around
else
the corner. That's
from
not-
Flynn?
No, I'm good.
Alrighty.
Yeah, no, I can't quicken cast level 1s and 2s, so never mind. Forgot
Alright.
about that.
You
Thraka,
can't
you're up.
cast level ones and
Followed
twos.
by
No.
Mary.
Since they fixed the cantrips.
Yeah, so I was nerfing cantrips like crazy. So now the cantrips, I'm using them the way they're
Am I
supposed
still
to
in
be.
that thing's attack of opportunity range?
Yeah.
Actually didn't help
Yes.
me at all because I had
Okay.
full
Yeah.
cantrips anyway, but
So there's no reason to actually back
You
out.
can take the feat though if you want to do it. There's a feat you can take, so that way you can cast. When you can cast a bonus action spell at regular level, you can cast a second spell in the same thing of 3rd level or lower. But it takes a feat.
I think I'm just going to use my feet to vote my charisma.
Get it up to a 20.
It's already a 20.
You can't go any
naturally,
farther.
Can't go any higher than that.
So, okay. That's
Oh,
one
I
free,
know
I'll
what I
be
was going
done.
to do with that.
D6.
Oh, right. Yeah, you're right. Be nice. 3.
So you're at 5 hit points.
Yep.
What are you doing?
How rounds does that last? It just lasts like a minute.
At this point, getting balls deep, I guess, in front of the one with the rock.
In front of this one?
No, the one with the rock.
The one with the rock? Okay, so you move over. That is going to provoke an attack of opportunity from this one.
I guess I'll stay.
One might say you're between a rock and a
Yeah,
hard
they're
place.
literally both waiting for you guys to move and just. These things
Okay.
have 15-foot range.
I'm gonna Kamehameha at the one with the rock.
Okay,
Eldritch
so
Blast.
three Eldritch Blast. Go to roll it.
So 16,
16 is a miss.
26,
Is a hit.
18.
18 is a match.
So hit.
Do this.
So 2d10 plus your charisma modifier.
Which is followed.
Twice.
So 8. So 2d10 plus 8.
9 plus 8 is
17. Alrighty, that one is not looking good at all.
1 minute. I was right.
Kamehameha.
Any other actions, Thraka?
Scoot back.
Second wind.
That is a
Bonus.
That is a bonus.
action. So yeah, so go to roll a d10 plus your final level.
15.
Then saving throw, Constitution saving throw, please. And then parry, followed by me.
I'm gonna run up right there to Tristan.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 puts you right there.
15 does not break it, does it? I'm still
Nope,
slow.
you're still slow.
I think he's trying to stay out of the reach of that
Cure
charge.
wounds.
Ooh, should he move over like?
Nope.
Yeah,
No, because I'm gonna get a move. That's why Kamehameha was
Not
one.
you.
How much?
Oh, 14.
14 health. So you are awake, but you are on the ground.
Can I drag her
What?
back?
It would take your standard action to actually drag her back.
Quick point of order.
Huh.
He's rolled 3 15s in a row on his saving throws, and he needs 16s.
You need 17s.
I don't care. That shit makes me laugh.
This one
is pretty
here.
I do move a foot back, or I do move the rest of my
He cheats
movement
me.
back
He's
though.
like, you don't roll anything beneath the 15.
This one
Oh,
is going to
apparently
go ahead
nothing on
and
con-saves.
looks at the other one and goes, "Oh no, say, yes, say." Then turns and goes 5, 10, 15, 20. 30, 35, 40, and then it's going to use its standard action, so it's going to be off the map. This thing just turns and comes around the corner, using its hand to literally wing itself around there. It just like bounds up those stairs and then continues running. You can still hear its footsteps. This one appears to be covered in just bits of stone all over it, almost like the elemental chaos is doing the same thing to it that it's doing to this place. So that leaves only the last giant there, Arnos, followed by Rotmir. Oh, and Rotmir, go ahead and roll me 3d20, please. And add your charisma modifier to each one.
Is Trista back up?
I do need
She's
to.
She's awake, yeah.
He's within range. That is 15, 12, and 10.
Alrighty. Arnos, you are up.
Yeah.
Followed by Thundergut.
I'll go ahead and make sure I can shoot him a little better. And pluck 2 arrows into this bastard.
Roll to hit.
After putting my mark on him, since the mage is now dead. That is a natural 16.
That is a natural hit.
Absolutely spectacular damage. 15. 19.
19 damage.
Oh, good.
It and it drops its club out of its hand as it looks over at you all.
Last one. That is a 21.
21 is a hit.
For 6 points of damage.
6 points?
Yep.
6 points left.
Yeah. All right,
That
through
one
the eye.
falls to his knees as the other arrow takes him to the throat. Gouts of blood pouring out of its mouth and splattering onto the floor. And falls backwards. You hear soft gurgles. And then
Yeah, you guys might want to take turns making a conga line underneath that bird. All you have to do is all you have to do is start your turn there.
There's
Or
another one
enter
down
it,
the corridor.
and you get the healing. Still part about
Where'd the other one go?
that.
Damn it, there's one behind me.
Great. So there's another one down there, and the other
I'm
one.
gonna start searching the
Gone.
room.
We gotta move.
where in the room? Just
Boxes, whatever. Anything
Was
that
it
looks
coming
like it's.
towards us?
No,
if you
there's
come
garden.
around this way, you can look down that
Probably what
hallway
we need
and
to
you
go to.
see. Roll me a perception check.
Can I help him?
Sure, roll with advantage.
Good thing I get an advantage on that one. Oh, that's a 28.
As you and Thraka go around the corner and look, that there is indeed a stone giant, but where these are stone giants, this is
Bag of Doritos.
stone giant.
Oh, fuck.
But it has a tower shield that comes up to its neck, and it holds a spear that is the size of a tree. And as it sees Thraka, because you're still invisible, around the corner, it puts its spear right into an indentation of its shield and hunches down.
Dark is just gonna go.
It makes no movement towards you or doesn't acknowledge your acknowledgement.
Fine. Go find what we're looking for.
Is there any way to sneak past it?
Oh, it's going down. It's a 10-foot wide hallway that opens up into a room. He's standing in the room. Like this creature would literally have to squeeze to get into the 10-foot hallway.
Is the hallway blocked completely by the creature?
Oh yeah, it's standing inside a larger room, right where the
So
hallway
I couldn't
is.
get past it.
I mean, you could try to sneak past. Maybe you could. I mean, that shield is huge. You could try to squeeze by.
What about-
Get out of the room.
Oh, this thing is taller than the passage.
So the shield's blocking the entire doorway?
No, it's you got maybe a foot or two, but it looks like it's designed to hold this area. He can almost block the entire thing if he pushes the shield
What's
forward.
past the... Can I see anything past him?
Not really. I mean, it's pretty good percent. There's definitely light in that room. There's stuff behind there, but that thing is filling the space.
You give me a bit and I can
How
try
much
and shoot it.
How much stuff?
We don't have
No, all you can see is like around it. Like you can't really make out details because this thing is where the other ones looked emaciated and small. This one is thick and burly. He's thick. He never skips leg day.
So going on tally of death blows though, Draka is 2, Arnos is 1, and Flynn is 1.
Yeah. Well,
What if I send him over the waterfall?
go for
Oh,
it.
you should.
You could try.
While this is happening, I'm going to
So,
do level
teleporting
3 cure wounds on myself.
Unwilling creature.
Well,
Thank you.
huh?
Teleporting an
I don't
unwilling
think we
creature.
need to
With
do
what?
all
Teleport.
kinds of
No.
healing.
Cannot teleport unwilling creatures.
What about polymorph?
You can polymorph for sure.
Yo! Turn into a bunny
Then
and we
I'm
stop
not
it.
invisible anymore.
16.
Nope.
But you could turn into a bunny and we
But
could...
then I'm not invisible, and if he passes that save, we're fucked.
Yeah.
16.
Nah, risk versus
16?
reward.
Okay.
We don't even
Do
know
we
where
have
we're
ability
going.
to
We don't even
spell
know if that's a
slot?
room we need.
So, you all are currently standing in the foyer of this castle, whatever it is. You have a set of double wide stairs leading up, and there is a closed stone door at the top of those stairs. You have the passageway to your left that has a huge stone giant, not large, but huge stone giant at the end of it. And then you have the passage where the other stone giant fled down.
I go up and look at the
Did we
stone
buy
doors.
potions?
Yeah.
Mine has those.
I believe they were passed out last time.
Oh, we're gonna
Everybody
go
got
for-
a card.
we
Everybody
going-
got a card.
Short rest, yay or nay? We can always do
no.
one of the faster versions.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, Perry.
I don't have any potion cards.
Neither do I.
I'll take
You guys bought a bunch last session.
I don't have it. Oh, then there was Roddy.
26.
Check Robin, yeah. 26.
Because I only have the 3.
This
Right
stone
now, we
door,
always
it appears to be of natural make. It looks as if it has been well taken care of, as there's none of that encroaching elemental stone upon its surface. The door, it looks to be just a simple, regular door, a push door that is 40 feet tall.
When Thraka vacates the
Let's try
space
and push
with
it.
the space with my spirit, I'm going to occupy it
Okay.
and get its healing for the remainder.
And
Whatever
that is
remainder will. It lasts 1 minute and we
more.
expend it.
So 7 more turns. You're gonna roll 7.
D6.
Yeah, go and just roll a 7d6. You can wait there long enough. At least a minute's gonna pass. Because at this point you're doing that while they're still walking around and
Yes, we could
seeing
all do
that
it
giant
healing.
thing, and he's investigating the door.
Roddy doesn't have one.
I passed mine last time because I don't have it in my thing.
Oh, that sucks. There's a lot of low numbers in there. There's a few.
I didn't even write them down on my sheet.
So
Well, I give out the cards.
I don't have it because the only ones I have are the
I
ones we
think
had.
they only bought 4. That's all there were.
There was
There should be 4 potions of healing.
I got
I
a
only have-
potion of healing.
I only have the 3 that we had before. Plus
No wonder
the
why I couldn't find those in the
superior
wrong place, but I'll go
I,
ahead.
if I remember correctly, we can watch the video. But you guys bought 2 greater and 2 regular.
Sounds about right.
rate. I don't have it.
22. That could have been so much better, but oh well.
Could have been a lot worse.
My
Indeed.
sheet of everything I write it down on.
Six.
Oh, hey.
Oh, no, I
It's
do
not
have it.
average.
I
but-
do have a potion of healing.
I got it.
Okay.
This is what happens when I am not here and you guys shove stuff in my brain.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay, so
we have
what
the-
is happening at this point?
I try to push on the doors. or
Why?
open them.
Blink.
Why?
7.
Get home. Okay, so you go to push on the doors. They're really solid.
I'm up.
I mean, you can go ahead and roll a natural 20 and nothing happens.
You do realize how foolish that is to do if we're not already,
I'm gonna-
right?
I'm gonna check
right?
these two
You
real
do
quick.
get that.
Potions?
Just-
Roll 'em.
Ugh, crazy
He doesn't.
person. He doesn't.
We need to find what we're looking for and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, but jumping the gun before we're all ready is not the way to go about this.
Oh, okay. You roll for me?
Okay.
And
then
blink
I
past
need
him.
D4.
No.
You only have-
He's 15 feet wide. You can't
You
move
said
past
there
him.
was enough room to move around the shield. I'm just trying to go.
So you're gonna go,
When he rolls
okay,
64.
2d4 and then
roll a stealth check.
Do I still have pass
So
without
you can
trace?
walk with me.
No.
Do I have advantage for being invisible?
7.
Yeah.
Okay. Natural 20 on 2 dice? What the hell?
So it's just 13.
Right?
Okay, so you can approach him.
17
Okay,
off of this one.
blink
and
past
then-
him. Go around quickly.
Okay, roll, we gotta keep track of this. So roll your D20
One, so that's gonna
to see if you
be
blink the first round.
4.
21 total.
Okay.
Blink.
Okay. You appear literally in the only spot you can, which is right next to him.
Because Blink isn't.
I'm moderately up there now.
You're in a large, very, very large room.
Sneak away.
Okay. You seem to be okay currently.
What else is in the room?
Inside this room is 100 feet long
Yeah.
and 75 feet wide.
Mm-hmm.
There appears to be stone statues of stone giants in different poses. Most of them have looked like they've been overtaken with the elemental earth.
Yeah.
Or the elemental stone, I should say. The others look like they've at least been taken care of. There is a solitary statue at the far end of the hall. It's of a stone giant. It is holding a blade that it looks like the hilt itself appears to be made of gold. And go ahead and roll me a straight intelligence check.
11.
It's either, I mean, the blade itself is super shiny.
Yeah.
I mean, and looks super sharp. At this point, go ahead and roll a
Do
d20.
we even know what this thing looks like?
Blink.
So you,
Reappear. Fly down the hall. So no footsteps.
No, seriously, do we even know what this thing looks like?
Yeah, it's the other part of the door. It's another chunk.
Arch? Another arch? The actual physical description. We have this.
He described it to us.
I don't recall.
it looks like the other piece of the doorway you have.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just looking for the piece of the doorway.
Something that matches.
There is no exit out of this room.
Is there anything around?
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. And this is going to take a while because you keep blinking in and out. So this is going to take a while. So go to, what'd you roll?
An 8 wisdom.
No, intelligence for investigation.
8.
I mean, on some of these statues, you see that they have gold bands on them. You see some they're actually wearing like cloaks that hang from their body. But your eye keeps getting drawn back to that sword.
I guess I'll go look at the sword.
It's beautiful. I mean,
Gosh.
and it's huge.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
the
get
sword itself is 20 feet tall.
As the conscience of Flynn.
Take that shit.
You touch the blade itself,
No, I touched the hilt.
so you fly and you touch the blade. Okay.
The hilt.
Oh, okay. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw, please.
That's 21.
Okay. You take half damage, and you're not pushed back. So that is 5 points of force damage.
Okay.
As you touch the blade, or the hilt of it, you see a glyph appear. And as you touch it, you see the points of it connect, and it explode out into your face. You manage to cover yourself up with your angelic wings, and still take a bit of the blast, but manage to keep yourself from getting pushed backwards. As that happens, you hear movement behind you. As you look behind, that stone giant is now turning and facing that way.
Mm-hmm.
As he sees you, or as he sees that happen, he takes a step back, takes his shield, and shoves it into the doorway.
But
And then you see, since you're watching this happen, you see it holds the shield this way, puts the spear and points it right at you, and goes, "Oh Lord, shield!"
Kamehameha.
You, ha!
Yeah, the Eldritch Blast.
What's the range on it? 100 feet, right?
300.
300 feet? Oh, you took the feet. Yeah. Yeah, he's in range.
are you just gonna sit there and blink at him?
Yeah.
I love that. You're a dick. You can't crawl down the hallway. Fuck that.
And his AC is much lower now.
Yeah, right? Without that gigantic tower. If we're being realistic, you literally couldn't hit him around.
18, 21, and 25.
18 misses, 21 and 25 hit.
Okay.
Well, doesn't
Oh,
miss.
I see.
You can't miss him. He's literally squeezed in that. So you can't miss him. But the first one doesn't appear to do any damage to him.
Barry, shoot this
His
asshole.
AC is super high.
So 2d10 plus 8. That's a. Oh, that's a. This is double zeros and one, so that's going to be 8 damage.
Either.
Plus.
Double 0 is 10. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be. No, I rolled a 1-0, so it's going to be 8 plus 8 is 16.
Okay. As that, It takes the spear and throws it at you.
Well,
Oh, we're trading blows now.
That is a 32.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck.
it hits.
someone's dead.
No.
You must have received a lot of healing.
Well,
huh?
you just got a tree trunk stuck in you.
All right.
It's a flesh wound, bitch.
It's got an aspen tree hurled at you.
He can only do that once, though.
Yeah, he threw a spear. He's got.
27 plus 34.
Jesus!
61.
61 points of damage.
Okay, I'm down, and then I stand back up because of my ability.
This thing hits you, rending your armor as you smash against the wall. You're lucky it didn't pin you against the wall and kill you instantly. You open your eyes and stand back up, and you see it smile at you as it pulls out a short blade from its belt.
What, you gonna throw that to you, bitch?
Well, he'd kill
And
you.
he's still there.
So we just hear a cacophonous crash as a tree runs
Now,
into the
Can I
wall.
Kamehameha back at him?
Well, as this happens, you guys hear a sickening crunch as you hear flesh impact stone. And you also heard a thump from way down the hallway as you're inspecting the door.
I'm trying
And
to help you, Floyd.
I'm sitting under my bird at the
well,
moment.
at this point, the bird has dissipated. You're
It
looking
lands
and
at-
pushing on the door and going, why are you doing that? As you are helping Rotmir look around.
Yeah.
You guys hear this happen. What do you guys do?
I'm screaming over the. Not screaming. Quietly. Very quiet. You jackasses! Shoot it!
I run over to where I
If
heard
you're
the sound,
paying
or
attention
where I
down the
knew.
hallway, you'll just see Thraka yee down the hallway.
Touch the sword again?
No, you're gonna fly back and touch sword again?
Well, I didn't get blown back. So.
No, well, yeah, that's true. You just looked behind you and saw him
Shit.
do that. And the thing with this shield that he's in, he has the shield covered. I mean, there's barely any
Yeah,
room
I
around
know.
him. As he's holding it there, you touch the sword again. Go roll a Constitution saving throw.
The definition of insanity.
Is Flynn?
Yeah.
16?
16. Okay, so you pass, but you take half damage, so you take another 6 points of force damage.
You're going to kill yourself. Death by 1,000 explosions.
You see in a different location on the hilt that same style glyph appear and try to push you back, but you again take the brunt of the explosion. But it hurts. But this appears to be not the most well guarded, but it appears to be precious to them. Okay, so while he's done that, what are you three doing?
Run over and
Getting
peek
mine.
down the hall.
It's kind of hard to do that as there's a giant spear that is splintered from its throw against it, now laying right next to where Thraka was. The thing barely touched Thraka and shoved him against the wall. This thing actually hit him. It would have been like when Kratos got hit with the mountain that Ares threw.
I'm gawking at I'm with him gawking at the spear.
Yeah, and you guys can look down and you see
We're
this
all,
thing
like,
is
there in the
it's
hall.
holding a short blade. You can see the creature is wearing what looks to be plate mail. Giant wearing plate mail.
Can I?
And you see he is pulling his arm out of the shield.
Ah, shit!
Run away!
That ain't good.
If it fucking kills me, at least Dad can't get me. Oh, fuck.
Can't move my hunter's mark to it.
At this point, your hunter's mark is dissipated. It only lasts a minute.
No, it's an hour.
It's an hour?
Shit, I thought it was like 8 or it lasts a long ass time.
1 hour.
1 hour? Okay, so yes, you can.
And then
Oh, it's within 30 feet, so no, you cannot. Unless you want to move down.
I'll just fire at it.
Okay, so
The
you
bow.
can. Go ahead.
Well, I suppose I might as well take shots at it when I get the chance.
19.
19 is barely a miss.
Start looking for the piece of the door.
Wouldn't we technically have advantage against something that is squeezing? In such a
And
manner?
as soon as it starts moving, yes.
Well, I'll
Wait,
take
you
shots
give
at
up
it when
on
I
the
get the
blade?
chance as well. So,
Okay, go ahead.
But, no, I don't have that on it. I'll just use it.
Did you give up on the sword?
No advantage. That is a natural 16.
No, I'm
Pretty
gonna
sure
that is gonna be a hit.
Then I'm
Damn.
gonna go back to the sword.
Yeah, that is minimum damage. 5 points of piercing.
5 points. You
I can't put down
you see
the
your
sword.
arrow and stick right between two of the places.
Ow.
Bear
Ow!
doesn't No, it doesn't even do it. Doesn't like, not even Gulliver's Travels. Like, ow, like not even that. It just sticks, and at this point, it begins to start squeezing through and moving down this passageway. Now it's moving at half speed because of it, so it's only moving at 30 feet around.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, fuck.
So it's going to take it 3 rounds to get down because it can't double move through while it's squeezing.
So
Now we have advantage against it.
is it
Now,
within?
with this shield, the shield is basically laying against the door. It's done that to try to block you in, but you can still blink past that.
Mm-hmm. I'm still looking for the door piece.
Okay,
So
I
is it
need another
within
searchy
120 feet?
I'll give you one more.
Fucking Jesus Christ.
It's like 18.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
For 60 feet.
Is it within 120 feet?
Tell me.
Do you move down?
Yeah, I'm in the hall.
It is. It does get up to. It is. Yeah, because the hallway's 100 feet, or 80 feet. Sorry.
Okay.
Hallway's
so
80 feet.
I
Wow,
will-
so he's already within range of my one ability.
Okay,
Oh,
so
crap.
we
I
have
screwed
advantage
myself.
on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you currently have advantage on him if
You go
you're
with the
attacking
stealth?
him. Yeah.
Roll the hits.
Because he's literally filling the entire area.
It's hard to miss.
It's hard to miss him right now. And you hear squealing as he's dragging plate mail through this stone tunnel.
Okay, so to hit with chill touch.
Okay.
I'm not dragging it near us.
Oh, why not?
No. Okay, I'll take that 17. So 17 plus 8.
17 plus 8 is 25. Yeah, that's it.
Ten. Necrotic.
10 necrotic. All right. Anything else?
That's action. So.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing this because it's gonna become important.
Yeah, right. Might as well get us in some form
All right,
of
so
order.
I'm gonna get. So
Order.
everybody's taking an action at this
Yes.
point. Okay. So
Yeah,
now I have you guys in some semblance of order. So starting with, so Flynn, you're starting your investigation.
Yes.
Now, how long are you gonna stay? Because right now you're taking kind of a cursory look. With a 15 investigation, this doesn't look like it's a treasure room. It looks more like it's kind of like a Hall of Heroes type thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no like vault or anything.
Can I
like that.
throw a wisdom to think if this was where they pile shit?
You don't think so?
Okay.
With how this place looks, despite the older statues that look like that they've let the stuff grow over,
Yeah.
the newer statues and the statue at the very back, which is, I mean, that one is uncovered. I mean, that one looks like it's been immaculately kept. It looks like it's just a Hall of Heroes type deal.
Screw it, I'll try and grab the sword 2 more times and get out.
Okay. So for this round, go and roll me another Constitution saving throw.
17 plus.
Okay, so once again, okay, so it would have been good damage, but it's 8 damage because you passed your saving throw and you are not pushed. At this point, when you touch it again, you see almost like a shimmering mystical field around it, kind of shattered like glass and fall to the ground.
Mine!
Well,
It's
20 feet tall, so I mean it's...
I'm hoping it's magical and it shrinks to user size.
Okay. That usually only happens with an attunement, though. Just so you know.
I'm going to dry hump it for 5 minutes.
An hour, you mean. Okay, so now, Thraka.
Me. Me.
I thought it's
With advantage.
Ah! 1 hour.
Oh!
Takes a short rest.
There's a
Short
deck
rest,
20. Now advantage for. There's a miss, and then there's a 17, so 27 and a nat 20, so.
Hit. So it's 10 plus 2d10
So 10 plus 2d10.
plus 8.
So 10 plus 2d10, so that's going to be 17 plus 8 is going to be 25.
Yep.
Oh.
Are you going to move away from the hallway? Okay. He moves around. You guys can see your armor is sundered. You are not gaining any armor bonus from your armor currently.
They fucking hurt.
Yeah, he's
as
bloody.
he like.
You're surprised he's walking around like it's just his orcish fury that's keeping him up to this point.
Good luck, guys.
Arnos.
Right. How close is he?
At this point, he is.
He should be at 60 feet.
He is
Am I-
50 feet away.
50 feet, right. I'll go ahead and mark him since that's within 60 feet.
Yep.
And that's advantage on that attack. Or yeah.
Perry, are you gonna shoot him too?
Oh, come on.
My hunter's mark is 90 feet range.
So you would have gotten it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll your attack. We'll
Well,
do
I
this
think
fast.
that's still a hit.
So what'd you roll? 20?
21.
That is a hit. The other one's yeah.
Right, and that is 12, 17, 18, 22 points of piercing damage.
Okay, your second attack and yours.
Oh, it was 5 for that one, but
5 damage.
well, for the hunter's mark on the first one.
Okay.
And that one's better than the last for 9 points of damage.
I'm
9
going
points of
to
damage?
shoot with hunter's mark. I
Roll
mean,
it.
sniper
Roll it.
shot.
Sniper shot.
Yeah. That's only +7, so that is 22.
22 is a hit. Damage.
9 plus 10
19
plus 6.
25.
25. And I'm going to pop off the
Arcane shot.
Yeah, arcane shot, grasping. I think it's 2d10, d6, I think. Yeah, 2d6.
Okay, roll it.
Do you need 2d6?
No, I got 2d6.
Strength save, auto pass.
Let's roll as a 1.
All right. That is,
That's the 3 and a 4, right?
7.
yeah.
7.
Fuck's sake.
Okay.
It's okay.
And that's slashing, poison damage.
Robmir's not doing anything, right? Unless he's gonna run down to try to
Yeah,
fight
no,
this
but
thing.
he will make sure that Throck is...
By the way, its
Christmas?
speed's reduced by 10 feet.
Okay. That's still gonna put it at. It's 60 feet around, so 50 feet. So it'll still be out in 20. It'll still be out in 2 rounds.
But each time it moves, I get to.
And Tristan, are you doing anything?
Chill touch.
Go ahead, roll it. Roll a hit.
Advantage again.
Yep.
Get you. I'm gonna touch my butt.
Oh, nice.
So let's do the...
So 15,
It's a hit.
15
Yeah.
plus, I mean.
That's like a 22?
22 is a
No,
hit.
23.
Damage.
And... 13. Necrotic.
Okay.
Because it matters and let's get out of the
Now it
hole.
moves. So
5 damage.
how much? 5. Okay.
Poison.
Oh, yeah, right. D4.
So you two are standing there. So it is going to huck one of its blades at one of you. That's going to be at you, Perry.
I'm sorry, but I am quite glad.
Did you say
That
I
is a
could?
natural 17.
You said I couldn't hide behind the, the edge of a.
No, you still are.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you're
that's covered.
bleeding out. Bam! But
What kind of
so
cover?
yeah, you have plus 40 your AC.
Okay.
But that is a natural 17 plus 13 is 30.
Yeah. Rotmir would have gotten hit by that one.
Yeah.
Uh,
I can't get you with 40.
22 points of slashing damage as this blade sticks in the wall right next to your face. The blade itself doesn't touch you, but the explosion of rock that cuts out of the side showers your face, cutting you.
For the rest of us, what
bruising
kind
you.
of sword is this?
Well, to it, it's like a dagger.
So for us, it's like a short sword.
For you
I
guys,
mean, for rather great
it's,
sword,
it's,
long sword.
it's bigger than a great sword for you guys.
So it's a full blade.
Flynn,
The
So you're humping this thing?
blade.
Does it shrink?
when you grab it, it doesn't shock you, but it also doesn't immediately adjust to your size.
Keep humping.
I'm not spending an hour humping this damn sword. Full speed back down the hallway.
Okay, so 60 feet gets you a little over halfway to the other side of the room. Okay, Thraka.
Might actually get to use my D4s on this next round of attacks. Yay!
5. I have 11 armor class right now because the plate armor is not working for me.
Yeah.
I might want to stay back because we didn't take.
Just gonna lay down for a minute.
Okay, so you go prone. Arnos and parry.
Right. I'm gonna go ahead and take my attacks at him. Still with advantage, I assume.
Yep, still an advantage. He will be out of the hallway this turn.
Actually, wait, can I peek around the corner and then Kamehameha and then like use the rest of my movement to back down?
With these three doing that same thing, that'd be hard for you to join in that too.
I'm like a full like 2 or so feet taller than most of them.
Minimum damage.
No, you're like 6 inches taller than her,
10,
and like 7 inches taller than him.
11,
Do better.
So I can.
15.
Sure, I'll let you do it at disadvantage, so it'll be regular attacks.
All of 15 points of damage
Have you had
on that first attack.
15?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame. But I do have another
And
attack.
then you, Perry.
1 will hit.
Damage?
1d10 plus 9 damage.
Damn, D4s hate me apparently.
24 to hit.
24 is a hit. Damage.
That is here. That's 11 plus 4, so 15 points of damage, and then I'm going to
Right.
run down the hole.
Alright,
run back.
9
Run
more
back.
points of damage from the other attack, and I'm moving myself to where I just moved myself on the map.
Okay.
I'm not sure where this long. Does this large hallway just go straight this way?
Yeah, literally just go straight that. That's why I didn't build it, because it
I'm-
literally just go straight that.
Okay, so I'm
Okay.
hiding right around the corner there.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to be over here too.
Yeah, right. Where is your? There you are.
Do we have?
I'm back around the corner, so
So you're
That
still
would've been
over
on that
this
side.
way?
I suppose right there.
since I'm back.
So you're at this point, you're right here. You go out, you shoot, you come back. You got 20 more feet of movement if you want to continue to move.
I'm gonna go join those fucks.
To the other side?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20 puts you right there. And then Rotmir is right next to it.
Yeah,
And
he's
you
ready
are
in
next to it.
action. Yeah.
What are the two of you doing?
Well, he's
Well, no.
He's going to stay right there?
yeah to attack, and I'm going to hex as the bonus action on it
Okay.
against wisdom.
Okay.
So that'll be its thingy, right?
And then what are you doing?
And then I will attack with the chill touch.
Roll to hit.
Good.
Advantage still?
You still have an advantage currently.
Question, since it does say with an attack, does it have to be a physical attack or can it be with a spell for the additional damage?
For what? Hex? Hex is any damage you do.
Sweet. Okay, that is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 is a miss.
Damn. So, that's that.
How much is it?
Okay.
Can I
I am
back
now.
up?
Yeah. Rotmir does not want to back up.
No, Rotmir is going to stay right there, but I'm going to...
Okay. So
You
at
should
the
not be there.
end of
Thorn.
its turn,
You really shouldn't be there.
this guy's going to go right here, and he's going to make his 4 attacks against Rotmir.
Oh, man.
Figured out that Flynn's no longer the squishiest person to fight right now to me without my armor.
And 1 hit point.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am the squishy.
Okay,
You
so
should not be
Rotmir, that is 2 25s,
Yeah, that's a fucking. Wait, what's his AC?
It hits him.
22,
That's a
No,
miss.
that
That should be a
doesn't
miss.
and then a 19 will miss.
So
Pretty sure. What's his AC like? A 23? 24?
23.
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is a proper tank. So,
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he could be tankier.
So that is 33 points of damage from the first hit. That's with the -3 already.
Okay.
And I didn't roll as well that time. That is 20 points of damage on the second hit, -3, 17.
17? Okay.
Okay, now, at this point, this is going to take a while. Much longer than the time that we have currently available to us. So, we're going to take pictures of the board. We're going to call it here for the night. This is where we're going to pick back up next time. With this giant now at the entrance of this place and moving into the room to join combat with you guys.
this guy's a proper boss fight.
We're fucked.
We are.
No, we're not entirely. Well, I've still got a couple of dailies to throw down.
No, we're just fucked.
Quote unquote dailies.
Hey, if I get in range, I can teleport us out and we can take another shot at it the next day.
But we're in the elemental chaos. How's that gonna work?
Hopefully teleport works.
You don't know anywhere else. Well, you could probably teleport yourself down.
at the start of the path.
Yeah, I mean, it might work. You'd have to roll, but yeah, it might work.
I'm familiar. I've been there.
Right. The only two people who can survive a mistake are you and me.
Well, let's take a picture.
Why'd you shoot it? Damn it! I was fine. I know. That's who I was yelling at.
Well, the funny thing is all it was going to do was just trap you in there.
I know. And I was going to blink past it on my way out.
That's a pretty good cat picture.
Okay, everyone, that is where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. We thank you all for joining us again for this 18th episode of Dyson Dudes in the Midst of the Night campaign. We're looking like we may be pretty close to the end of this thing here. Now, because you guys decided not to take a short rest, start thinking about what you're going to do at 15th level. Have that in your head. Because we may have to do that in the middle of next session, and I don't want to slow anything down.
Okay.
I'm good to go. I get one spell.
So, think about that stuff. We'll do the dice rolls there during the game for our first time ever. But thank you all very much for joining us. We love you all very much.
Would we have leveled up if we took a short rest?
Yes.
Son of a bitch!
Remember, we got events coming up for MGS. Hit them up on Facebook to see all the events coming up. We got Rising Sun coming up this weekend. We'll get a stream of that going as well at some point. We get 5 or 6 people. We got the Ingress thing happening this weekend as well. Though my thing's more important than the Ingress thing, just so you know. I still do have that special mini campaign coming up sometime in March. Get with us for any questions you have. If you want any commissions done or any painting, I'm currently filled up with a lot of commissions, so give me some time. But get with me. I do now have officially have a waiting list for commissions, so let me know. I'm still trying to get my own stuff done. At the same time, I get everybody else's stuff done. Proven to be difficult, but we'll just keep knocking that stuff out. We thank you all for joining us. Remember to love each other and keep rolling them dice. Good night, everybody.
I wanted to do that.